Blog Talk Radio.
This one's for the fans out there all across the globe. This is Debate Talk for You Radio, and I'm your host, Sal Showtime. And I want to thank each and every listener out there for sending in their donations, supporting the show, keeping us on the air. Everybody know that Debate Talk for You is funded for the people, by the people. So once again, I appreciate everybody out there that's been sending in their financial support. I just want to let people know about the live event that we're going to do in 2016. Of course, want to have everybody out to show your support. We have thousands of listeners on the radio. And check out Debate Talk for You. But if you want to see it live, it's got to be funded by the people. So go to the website, www.gofundme.com/Debate Talk for You Live. That's www.gofundme.com/Debate Talk for You Live. It's going to be the first live event for Debate Talk for You, the Lions Den. Come see it live 2015 in the summertime. But we need the support of the people out there. So once again, go to the website, show your support. One love. Miss the best debate show via internet, Debate Talk for You Radio. Check out the schedule from Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. To check out the archives, go to www.blogtalkradio.com/Debate Talk 4 and the letter U. You can listen via phone or via Skype by dialing that number 646-716-7320. Again, that's 646-716-7320. You can also go to iTunes to the podcast section. Just type in the search box Debate Talk 4 and letter U, and you'll see the show pop up absolutely free. You check out season 1 all the way up to the present season and enjoy the entire show. So keep it locked on Debate Talk for You Radio. Check us out.
Peace and blessings, family. This is your good, humble brother, Basim, representing the DMV area. And when I'm not holding down my mid-level position in corporate America, I'm tuned into the most respected debate show on the globe. That's Debate Talk for You with the esteemed host, Sal Showtime.
So, Shalom, Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's Brother Chief Priest Alazar Bun Lawyer, a.k.a. the Gorilla Hebrew, representing Exodus 17:15, a.k.a. the Sector of the Sakari. And you know where I'm at. Every Friday, the Lions Den with Sal Showtime on Debate Talk for You. You can catch me on there often, ripping somebody's head off, tearing down some false doctrine. Big shout out to all of the Debate Talk for You family and listeners and supporters out there. You know, keep supporting the movement. And, you know, beautiful edification is getting put out to the masses right now. So again, you know, shalom and call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Holy greetings to you all. This is Minister DeAndre from Heirs of the Promise Ministries. It's been a while since the Debate Talk for You artist has heard from me. That's because on this year, April 8th, 2015, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, also called ALL. And also, I found out I had a chromosome called the Philadelphia chromosome, which meant I would have to have a stem cell bone marrow transplant. Well, through the Be the Match registry, worldwide registry, the doctors did find me a 100% unrelated donor, and I had that stem cell bone marrow transplant on July 18th of this year. And I'm proud to say, through the grace and mercy and healing power of the Most High, I am cancer-free. Hallelujah. Now I need you guys, the Debate Toffee audience, to go to my GoFundMe account, gofundme.com/QZ4SEBVC. That's gofundme.com/QZ4SEBVC and give a donation, and I would appreciate it, your love and support. I'm looking forward to coming minister to you guys in the near future. Peace and blessings to you all.
Shalom Debate Talk for You family. This spring, when you're planning your family gatherings, be sure to purchase Tupperware, kitchen storageware, and appliances for those special occasions of building memories with your loved ones, keeping your favorite foods fresh for the spring. And don't miss out on the chance to win a 32-gigabyte Kindle Fire HD with any eligible purchase made up until April 21st. Be sure to take advantage of this offer and great deals at www.shopfortupperware.com. That's SHOPFORTUPPERWARE. Make healthy meals and beautiful memories. Shalom.
Don't touch that dial. You're now listening to Debate Talk for You Radio.
Yeah, buddy, this your boy LeBron Campbell, a.k.a. Bust the Bible Like a Rifle. I just want to give a shout-out to my man Sal Showtime. Keep doing your thing on Debate Talk for You, where everybody want to hear the best debates around the globe.
All praises, all honor, all glory to the supreme intellect of the universe. This is Nasi Yashuvel of Shomrei HaTorah in Atlanta. And if I'm not reading my Torah or suplexing some false deity, I'm listening to my man, Sal Showtime, and Debate Talk for You Radio. Beautiful. Keep doing the good work, brother, bringing forth the information and spreading that love.
This is Renald Francoeur representing from Atlanta, Georgia. And when I'm not busy in the studio, I'm checking out Debate Talk for You Radio. Keep up the great work, Sal Showtime.
You are now inside the Lion's Den. Welcome to Debate Talk for You Radio.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to another show. You're now listening to Season 6 of Debate Talk for You Radio. I'm your host, Sal Showtime. And once again, welcome everybody to the Lion's Den. That's right, people. You're officially listening to the Lion's Den debates. We have the best debates in the world via internet. We have the best special guests to bring forth the information to the masses out there. Welcome to the show. I see people calling in via phone and via Skype. I got in that number, 646-716-7320. Of course, we appreciate you being here live. Check out Debate Talk Radio. Of course, all the international listeners out there checking out the show. We have people waking up early in the morning, checking out the show, taking down notes. So we appreciate those people overseas that's actually waking up early in the morning, and everybody else all across the globe that's checking out very late. You know, we have people in the UK checking out the show, Germany, Africa, all across the globe checking out Debate Talk Radio. So we appreciate those overseas listeners that's checking us out. Continue to spread the word. And, of course, everybody on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, for checking out the show. Do me a favor, if you're on social media, Facebook especially, if you're checking out the show, do me a favor, share it on your personal page and let people know that Debate Talk for You is live and on the air. And make sure you attach that number, 646-716-7320. Tonight, for the first time, we're going to have a two-topic debate for the first time live on Debate Talk Radio. And actually, this particular debate has been requested by the fans out there. You know, when I first got a couple emails about this particular debate, we had hundreds of people that's been sending me requests saying, listen, Sal, could you put this debate together? We want to hear this particular debate between my two special guests, and of course, we're all about the people, giving them what they want. So tonight, this is for the fans out there that sent the emails out, and we heard you loud and clear, so we're presenting this debate for you out there, Debate Talk Radio. Today's debate is entitled, The Name of the Most High, and the second topic is, Does Torah Approve Race Mixing? Once again, topic number 1, the name of the Most High. And topic number 2, does Torah approve race mixing? Again, my special guests are standing by. Again, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, make sure you spread the word that Debate Talk for You is live and on the air. We're about to come on real soon and get this debate started. But before we begin, of course, you already know, I got to go through a few brief announcements. Send me an email at debatetalkforyou@gmail.com. That's debatetalk number 4, letter U at gmail.com. I have a lot of people that wonder, how do I get on the show? Just send me an email, send your information, and, of course, a little brief bio. And if I like what I hear when I call you or contact you, then you're right on the show. It's that simple. So, once again, if you want to come on Debate Talk Radio, or you want to just, tell me what you like about the show or what you suggest about the show, we do listen to the fans on this particular show. Send me an email. Once again, that's debatetalkforyou@gmail.com. Go to facebook.com/debatetalkforyou. That's facebook.com/debatetalkforyou. You can download the show via iTunes. Go to the podcast section. Just type in the search box Debate Talk number 4 and letter U, and you'll see the show pop up absolutely free. The great thing about the iTunes podcast, again, is absolutely free. You can check out season 1 all the way to the present season of Debate Talk for You. We have a lot of shows, a lot of different segments on Debate Talk for You. We have the hot seat segment. We have the round tables, which is very popular right now. The round table segment, I invite many special guests, and we pick a particular topic. I have Bible studies on this particular show. We have music artist testimony, many different topics, and many different segments of the show. So make sure you go to the iTunes podcast and check out the show today, absolutely free. Go to Instagram.com/Debate Talk for You. Of course, on YouTube, go to YouTube.com/Debate Talk for You. And like I always say, shout out to the YouTube family out there. We've been putting some videos up last summer, and the audience has been slowly but surely growing out there. So, again, we've been dominating in the Blog Talk Radio airways where we're trying to get awareness on YouTube. So we appreciate those YouTubers out there that's been spreading awareness and checking out Debate Talk for You and subscribing. Again, go to www.youtube.com/Debate Talk for You and check out some of the videos. Go to twitter.com/Showtime DT4U. That's Showtime. D as in David, T as in Tom, the number 4, and the letter U. Keep in mind, I have a variety of special guests that come on the show. So whatever information you hear, make sure you take notes and do your own independent research just to make sure the information is accurate. Feel free to call in live. You must hold our elders, teachers, and scholars accountable. This is a family show, so remember, there's no foul language, guys. No foul language. Keep it clean, keep it professional. The views and opinions expressed on all segments broadcasted on Blog Talk Radio are entirely those of the special guests and does not in any way reflect the opinions of the Debate Talk for You hosts. Help keep Debate Talk for You on the air by sending in your donations. Individuals that host their own shows on Blog Talk Radio know on a monthly basis you got to pay the bills in order to stay on the air to support the brand. Just go to the website, go to www.paypal.com, use the email donations at debatetalkforyou.com or the email debatetalkforyou@gmail.com. Whether you send $1, $5, or more, remember you're keeping us on the air. So we appreciate the people out there that's been funding the show through their donations, keeping us on the air. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Again, we're doing this for you, the people out there. Debate Talk for You Radio. But let's jump right into this thing. Let's get this thing started. Let's see if my special guests are here. Let's go to the first special guest. My first special guest, you can check out his YouTube channel by typing in the YouTube search box, Judah Natzarah. Once again, just type in the search box, Judah Natzarah. This will be his second time inside the Lions. And I know you guys enjoyed this debate that he had earlier in the season. So let's go to the archives and go check that out. Or go to the YouTube channel and go check out the archives. This is my brother, Judah Natzarah. Welcome to the show.
Hello, shalom, Israel. This is Judah Natzarah, the people's champ. I want to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, God of Israel, and may His Spirit speak through me. And we're going to slay a demon tonight. And with that, shalom to the Torah Knights, Baby T, OTT, Deontay, everybody, Killer B, and thank you, South Showtime, for allowing your brother to come on and decapitate buffoons. And with that, you can introduce Roberta.
All right, once again, that's Brother Judah right there, right here on Debate Talk Radio. We appreciate you being here. Is there anything else you want to address before we begin? You can go ahead.
Yes. So everyone out there, thank you for tuning in and watching this debate. What you're going to see today is Judah Natzarah use the minimalist approach to box this buffoon's ears off. What you're going to hear from my opponent is you're going to hear like the most extraordinary buffoonery you ever heard. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to call in and question this clown. And you're going to see and hear a whole bunch of tap dancing, moonwalking, head spinning, windmilling. You're going to see he's a running man. You're going to see every dance made, the good foot. You're going to see it all tonight. But Judah Natzarah is going to come with that Torah blade. That's all I need in the name of Yahweh. That's it.
All right, that was Judah once again on Debate Talk Radio. My next special guest, you can also go to his YouTube channel, and you go type into the YouTube search box Rob Rack. Once again, it's type in the search box Rob Rack. Check out his channel. This is also going to be his second time inside the Lions Den. We appreciate both special guests for coming on. And this is my brother, Rob Rack. Welcome to the show.
Peace, brother. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. How you doing, brothers and sisters out there on the planet? What you heard is what you just heard from the first speaker. Well, before I get started, Sal, thank you for being respectful and let the women speak first. So let's get right into this. What you're going to hear from Rob is calculated questioning, sound reasoning. You're not going to hear no disrespect. I will take this person apart, piece by piece. The scriptures say, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. And I'm going to have to offer a sacrifice because I have no love for that dude at all. All right? I'm going to prove that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's going to prove that he doesn't know the name of the Most High. There's too many names out there. The second part of the debate, something that, he never wants to talk about. So let's get into it. And when I end, all praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All right, people, once again, it's Debate Talk Radio. You heard from both opponents, and once again, want to thank those people out there that sent the emails requesting for this particular debate to go down. We're doing this for you out there, the people that requested this, and we appreciate you again being here live on Debate Talk Radio. I see we have a lot of people listening to the show live. Your phone via Skype. Once again, the number is 646-716-7320. For the first-time listeners out there, if you want to be a part of the show, during the public Q&A, all you got to do is dial that number and press number 1, and we'll add you in the conversation. We're going to hear from the people out there live. We're going to hear your questions and your comments, what you guys got to say about this particular debate. Again, it's going to be a two-topic debate tonight right here on Debate Talk Radio. Before we begin, I got to let you guys know the format of this debate tonight. We made some changes to the format, being that's a two-topic debate. So here is the format in itself. Of course, we're going to start off with an opening statement. That's going to be 12 minutes each. Once we get to the 2-minute mark, you're going to hear this sound. That means there's 2 minutes left of your time. And once your time is totally up, you're going to hear this sound. That means time is up. So we're going to start off with the opening statement, and we're going to start with the first topic, the name of the Most High. Again, we're going to have, for the opening statement, 12 minutes each. We're going to have a first rebuttal, 8 minutes each. Second rebuttal, 8 minutes each. And a third rebuttal, 8 minutes each. So that's going to be dedicated for the first particular topic. After that, we're going to go to the second topic. Does Torah approve race mixing? Again, we're going to start off with an opening statement. That's going to be 12 minutes each. We're going to have the first rebuttal, 8 minutes each. Second rebuttal, 8 minutes each. And the third rebuttal, 8 minutes each. After that, we're going to have the cross-examination, where each person will prepare questions to ask each other. As agreed upon, both parties will answer questions and Well, they'll ask each other questions, and they're going to either answer yes or no, and then back it up with scriptures. This is one of the rules agreed upon with both special guests, that when it comes to the cross-examination, a question is going to be asked, and they can either answer yes or no, and then back it up with scripture. And, we're going to have that done for like 10 minutes each. Then after that, we're going to have the intermission break, and it's going to be 8 minutes each. And after that, my favorite part of the show, the public Q&A, where you, the listening audience, will call in live with your questions and your comments on that number, 646-716-7320. Let your voice be heard. You know the slogan, you become the jury on Debate Talk Radio. And all I ask that when you call in, of course, keep it clean, keep it professional. There's no foul language from you guys neither. You got to keep it professional when you call in. And after that, we're going to have the final statements. That's going to be 7 minutes each. All right, so let's get this thing started, people. I know you guys are waiting, so let's get it started. We're going to start off with Brother Judah. Again, we're going to start off with the first topic, the name of the Most High. What is the name of the Most High? So we're going to start off with the opening statement. Again, that's 12 minutes each. Judah, you can go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen out there, let me state first off, before we get into this, first off, don't be fooled by I'm not going to be disrespectful. You already saw his videos where he's burning the New Testament, and all the other mess, the buffoonery this guy is pulling. So if you're fooled by that, you're a dum-dum. Now, we know there's some dum-dums out there who like stupidity, so you go along with Rob. But this is going to determine right now whether you believe in the words of Yahweh or not. Now, Deuteronomy 8, verse 3 says, that man liveth by every word that comes out of the mouth of Yahweh. This guy does not believe in Yahweh. They have videos calling Yahweh a chicken snake, Baal, an Egyptian moon god, this, that, the other, so forth and so on. So I told him, in this debate, you have to prove that Yahweh was an Egyptian moon god. Of course, he's not going to be able to do that. When we ask him what is the Most High or the Creator's name, he's not going to tell you. But listen, I'm not going to speak a whole lot. Let me just tell you this. The Hebrew alphabet has 22 letters. Each letter has a numerical value. Now, with that said, you have math and whatnot in the Torah. So when the Most High is like speaking in the Torah, he made it so that these 22 letters can be rearranged forward, back, up and down, so forth and so on, right? So when Yahweh like speaks in the Torah, sometimes his name is broken up into various phrases of the Torah. Like for instance, let me give you an example. You guys know about the 4 letters, the YHWH. So let me give you an example of the Most High's name. First off, Yahweh's name means was, is, and will be. Okay, he explains this in Isaiah chapter 44. I'm sorry. He explains this in Isaiah where he says, "There is no God, I'm the first and the last, the beginning and the end." All right, I'm sorry, I can't find my notes for that. Anyways, let's just stick to the point. The Most High's name signifies eternity, and this is the name that he gave Moses. When Moses said, "What shall I go back and tell the children of Israel?" Before the Most High had began his redemptive act of bringing Israel out of Egypt, he said, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. Okay? Now, even for those who want to stick by Ahaya, that's fine. You are still saying the word Yah. Okay? That is the root of the Most High's name is Yah. The H at the end of the Yah can also be interchanged with Ka, okay, or what they call the Ket. Okay? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. A word for shayak means to meditate or to ponder or to memorize. The word shaya also is the same thing. So the H and the CH are interchangeable. Now, this dude is trying to tell you he don't know the name of the Most High. Now, flat out, the Most High tells you that all those who call out in the name of Yahweh shall be saved. For the KJV, I'm not sure what it is in the book of Joel, but in the Stone's Tanakh, it's Joel 3, verse 5. It says, Hayah, again, which is shall be, or shall, Hayah, all which call out, Basham, in the name of Yahweh, he, Yah, Malat. The word, now, let me go on a little bit more for this. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm starting off. Just so some of you guys can kind of get a little understanding of where Yahweh's name comes from. If you go to the Strong's Concordance, and I'm not getting out of the Torah, I'm just saying if you want to go to the Strong's Concordance, you can look up the word for number 4961. It's Hayah. You can go to various scriptures. If you understand the Hebrew, even the word for life, which is Kai, is the same basic meaning as Hawa or Haya, or it's existence, or he is, or it is, or to be. Okay, there's like no way to get around that. So in Isaiah chapter 44, verse 6, the Most High says, "I am the first and the last," which means if you break that down, the Most High broke down the timetable for his name. He said, "I am," which is in the present tense. Then he said, "the first," which would be the past tense. And then he said, "I am the last," which is for the future. So his name, Yahweh, he that is the present tense of the name. Now, if you ask this dude what the name of the creator is, he's going to say, "I don't know." Now, Sal himself has heard him say this already. But this dude's going to try to come on and buck dance and all this and other kind of mess. But he won't answer the question as to why, if he doesn't know the name, why certain patriarchs in the book of the Torah and the prophets have the name Yah in their name, such as Elijah. You can find it in the book of Kings. It is spelled Aliyah or Aliyaha. You can find it in Jeremiah. Break down his name. Yahweh, Maya. Okay, so how can this dude say, "I don't know the name of the Most High"? Now I'm gonna back off early so that you can. I want to hear the spiel this guy comes with. You're gonna hear the complete buffoonery. All right. The Most High told you his name. He told Moses his name. This dude told Sal last night nobody knows the name of the Most High. So then that means if we don't know the name of our Creator or our God, how can we be saved? How are we going to be delivered if we don't have a name to call upon? When the Muslim calls upon his God, he calls upon Allah. When the Christian who believes Jesus is God calls upon his God, he calls upon Jesus Christ. When the Buddhist calls upon his God, he calls upon Buddha. But this dumb bozo is trying to tell you that Israel does not know the name of this God. That's just pure buffoonery. If you believe that, I don't know what else to tell you. You might as well just get the shotgun and insert it in your mouth and sneeze. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. But this dude Rob is going to try to buck dance and shuckle buck and whatever juke move he can do, the high step. You guys don't ever play John Madden. That's what he's going to do. The Most High straight tells you what his name is and what he says. Keep in mind, like I said, if you have the Stones to knock, Joel 3 verse 5, it says, "All who call upon my name shall be delivered." But how can we be delivered if we don't know his name? That makes no sense at all. And before my time closes out, let me say this much. The Hebrew is also part of the same linguistic branch as the Arabic, the Ethiopic, and the Syriac. Okay, the Syrian language. Now, since they're the same sister tongue, they all come with all consonants. Okay, it's the same, with the same numerical value for the words. Now, the Hebrew and the Arabic are very similar. The way we speak it, a lot of us Israelites, it's not called One West, Allah Shalom Kodash. It's just the Hebrew language. Whoever, well, not say created it, whoever innovated it for One West, obviously was a person who had spoken Arabic too, or knew Arabic, because I can speak to a person who speaks Arabic in the Hebrew tongue that we pronounce, and they'll understand what I'm saying. Not Yiddish, okay, which is a German language which uses the Hebrew characters. That's another angle he's going to try to use. Oh, it's Yiddish. It's Yiddish. Yiddish was never written down until they adopted the Hebrew letters. So with that, I'm going to sit back and we can watch the dance program. Take it away, sir.
Once again, people, this is Debate Talk. People just tuning in. It's going to be a two-topic debate. We're starting off with the name of the Most High, and the second topic is, does Torah approve race mixing? Again, the number is 646-716-7320. My special guest is Judah and versus Rob Rack. So we're going to go to Rob Rack right now with his opening statement. Again, it's going to be 12 minutes each. Let's go to open up his phone line, and go ahead.
All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Brothers and sisters, did you hear that? All right. Well, I know you did. Okay, so let's start off with the notes that I took. Let's see. So you said the Most High more times than you use the name that you say is correct, which is Yahweh. Okay, so I would appreciate it that instead of you saying the Most High, you just say Yahweh, claim that. Okay. He also told me that there is no U or a O, like a oo sound in Hebrew. Okay. When the question part of this show pops up, I'm just going to ask him, how does he pronounce the name Ruth in Hebrew? Is it, do you say it with an I, A-E-I-O? Which one of those? Is it Roth? Is it Rith? Because if he says Ruth names is Ruth, but then there's no oo sound, that means the people who use the name Yahuwah, you guys are wrong. Okay? So the people who say the name is Yahweh, you guys are wrong. You need to find out who you've been praying to every time you pray to Yahuwah or Yahweh, or if you pray to Yahweh, or if you pray to Yahovah, or if you pray to Yahweh. Okay? We have brothers and sisters who say the name of the Most High, the shortened form is Yah. I have no problem with that. But that's the shortened form. Which is the correct way to say the rest of the name? So does Rob know the name of the Most High? No. It's that simple. I do not know. Why does Rob not know? Because I don't know Hebrew yet. But for me to sit here and say, well, because somebody is so adamant that this is the name, so I'm going to go ahead and just start using it. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong is what I'm saying. What if I say Yahweh, that's the name. Everybody else is wrong. That opens up a whole floodgate. I'm not here to judge people based on which name you use. All I want to know is, how did you come up with that name? Because this guy, he has the Stone Edition Tanakh. In that Stone Edition Tanakh, in where it has the English translation, it says Hashem, or how he would say it is Hasham, okay, because you just put A's everywhere. That's it. You just put A's in between everything pretty much. I don't know how he will pronounce King David's name, but even never mind. Okay, so this guy will tell you that the name is Yahweh. Did you hear earlier? He said he has no problem with people using Ahaya. So Ahaya, but I will find a video where he says Ahaya is wrong. I think it's something where he tried to go against Lex, not Zion Lex, Lex Will, okay? And he says that, whatever. Okay, so another thing which he tried to do was he tried to institute gematria, brothers and sisters. Now, this guy has been exposed for various Kabbalah teachings, okay? He's been exposed for teaching Sephiroth, Talmudic stuff. Now he wants to introduce the gematria, where the letters correspond with numbers. Brothers and sisters, here's Exodus 20:6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's my mission statement, brothers and sisters. Keep the commandments, because we do not know what the name of the Most High is. Now, if every Israelite said, okay, let's make this the main focus, let's find out, and it came down to say, well, we might be wrong, we might be right, but this, out of all the people who know and did all the studying, and this is the name, okay, then that's the one I'll use. But I'm not going to be calling out, let's say, Yahovah, and then the name is Yahweh. I'm not going to call out Yahweh, and the name is Yahuwah. I'm not going to call out Yahuwah, and the name is Yehovah. That's not what I'm here to do. But I do know to get the blessings, okay, even though the Most High is going to take us out, Ezekiel 20, to get the blessings, this is Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power. And it goes to the blessings. Now, regardless of the name which people use, because I know brothers who use Yahuwah, I know brothers who use Yahweh, I know brothers who use just Yah, and I know a couple of brothers who use Yahweh and Yahweh, and I also know a brother who says Yahoo. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say each one of these dudes is wrong, but somebody is right and somebody is wrong, or they're all wrong because they cannot all be right. Brothers and sisters, once again, I do not know Hebrew. This guy is going to take you into the Hebrew, fine, so be it. But no, whatever he does, he's going to show you, even if he does prove that the name of the Most High is Yahweh, then whichever name that you use, if it's not Yahweh, you have to change that. Okay? And unless we come to an agreement, all Israelites, or most Israelites, like 80, 90%, say this is the name. Not a 50-50 or 64, 30-30-30 and stuff like this, because it's not going to make any sense. Somebody is going to be praying to some weird deity. So, before this gets cut off, brothers and sisters, he says there's no U or U sound, so therefore the name cannot be Yahuwah. Okay? But like I said, when I get to ask him a question, I'm going to ask him, how does he say Ruth? Ruth. Okay? And I would also like if you, dude, to just say Yahweh instead of saying the Most High or instead of saying the Creator. Because like you told me, those are English titles, and that's disrespectful. You told me that. So I would appreciate it if you show respect by just using Yahweh in the place of the Creator, in the place of the Most High, and in the place of God. Okay? And quit trying to institute all these weird forms. All we got to do is keep the law, statutes, and commandments, dude, until we get up out of here. Because when the Most High purge all the rebels, when I get to my brothers and sisters, I want to punch this table. Not him, no physical violence. But this guy has to prove that what he says the name of the Most High is correct. And that anybody else who uses any other name, there's no, well, I approve of if you use a higher. No. There's one name. There's no, the name is Yahweh, but, the people who use Jehovah, it's cool. No, you're supposed to slap them. Who are you talking about? If you tell me the name is Yahweh, how am I going to stand next to some dude praying to Yahweh? Who is Yahweh? And what is he praying to? Brothers and sisters, this show, the first part, like he said, I'm going to try to do the best that I can to make him prove that the name of the Most High is what he says it is, and it can't be no other name. Remember that. Okay, I got a minute. So he's going to have to prove that what he says is correct. And my stance is too many different brothers using too many different names, and I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. But I do know we have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Because when I start reading Ezekiel 20, and when the Most High says he's going to purge out all the rebels, those are the people who don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And I have scriptures to back that up and everything also as well. And with that, I ended. All praises to the Most High God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
people, I know you're enjoying this debate so far. Once again, we're still in the beginning part of this show. We're dealing with the topic, the name of the Most High, for the first segment of this debate. And later on, I'm going to go to the second topic, which is, does Torah approve race mixing? And then the number is 646-716-7320. However, we're still dealing with the name of the Most High topic at this particular time. So we're going to go to the first rebuttal part of this debate. That's going to be 8 minutes each. Let's go back to Judah. Judah, you can go ahead.
All right. So you heard the suckle bucking and the moon walking and the head spinning. You saw all of that. That's called the jive turkey dance, okay? Nobody knows the name of the Most High. That's ridiculous. If the Most High has his name on his people, then we must come to the you have to put in work in the Torah. That's why he said, study my Torah. He tells us in the book of Deuteronomy that this Torah should be in between your eyes as like a frontlet or an ornament, so that you will like study it and you will like find out what my name is. He will hide his countenance from you if you're being a demon, so you won't know his name. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to show you by, first off, let's get to Exodus 20. He keeps saying, keep the commandments, keep the commandments, keep the commandments, which I agree. But he's telling you to do what he don't do. The first commandment is, I am Yahweh your God who has taken you out of the land of Egypt from the house of slavery. Okay? It doesn't say I am the Most High, which he doesn't even know how to say the Most High in Hebrew at all, or nowhere would have found it in the Torah at all, or in the book of Psalms or wherever, the name of the Most High, or that term, the Most High, where that is. He doesn't know where that is. He says, keep the commandments. I am Yahweh your God who has taken you out of the land of Egypt from the house of slavery. Well, that's the first commandment. So if you don't know who he is, how can you be keeping the commandments? He already says, too, he says, he'll tell you flat out, he don't keep the Sabbath, which is a sign between those who follow Yahweh and those, you know what I'm saying? That's just it's a sign of the covenant between them. But he don't keep the Sabbath, nor does he call upon the name of Yahweh. So this dude does not follow the commandments, so how are you going to listen to a dude that don't do what he tells you to do? All right? It says you should not take the name of Yahweh, your God, in vain, for Yahweh will not absolve anyone who takes his name in vain. The word in Hebrew is shawah, which means in vain, or like in falsehood, or like desecrated, which this guy does. Now, I thought I told you beforehand that the Hebrew language and the Arabic language are sister tongues. So any student of linguistics can go compare. You're gonna see like various dialects within the Hebrew to Arabic according to the regions. Like an Egyptian person who speaks Arabic is going to speak a little bit different than the Saudi Arabian, like as far as like vowels and dialects. But it's the same overall thing, like Hebrew and Syrian. Like, it's the same language, but just a different dialect. Even the Israelites themselves spoke a slightly different dialect. Not a different language, a different dialect. So let me give an example, for one, to show you that this guy is a complete clown. You don't know what he's talking about. Let me get this real quick. Let's get to Exodus 3, verse 4. Okay? Now, watch this. Yah-ha-wah. Any student of Hebrew, if I ask anybody, how do you say he in Hebrew, they're going to say Yah. It means he. If I ask a Muslim in Arabic, how do you say he in Arabic? He's going to say Yah. It's like means he or like with or like oh, like referencing to a specific person. Okay? If I ask a person how to say and in Hebrew, he's going to say Wah. Anyone who just studies the Torah, this dude is a clown. Okay? This dude should tell you that this is the analogy I like to use. He's the kind of person that would say, I work for such and such company. And you say, well, what's the name of your company? And he says, I don't know. And you're like, what do you mean you don't know? And he says, I don't know. Well, like no one knows the name of the company. Well, then how do you work there if you don't know the name of the company you work for? This is buffoonery. Common sense. But we know common sense isn't too common these days. But let's get back again, like I said, to Exodus 3, verse 4. Now let's break this down. If you want to say, how do you say the in Hebrew? It's going to be ha. Okay? Is a word in itself. The word hawa is another word in itself. It's the same in Arabic. It's the same thing. It means like he, it, she. It means like to existence or to be. Okay? Yah means he is. So Yahweh means he is eternal, or he is. He is who he is. He is eternal. That is his name. Now, let me show you how the Most High will chop up his name in the Torah. Exodus 3, verse 4. You get it out? It says, Wah, which is and, which is like, Wah, Yahweh, he saw Yahweh. For Sar, he turned, la re'wath, to see or to perceive. Ra, and Yah Quara, and he called Yah, he Quara, or Kore, he called, we get the word Quran from, Aliyah. This word al, it means to, and Yah will be signifying him. He called to him, Alahayim, from the midst of the sana, or the bush. Yah Amar, Yah, he, Amar, said, Masha, Masha, or Moses, Ra, and Yah, Amar, he said, Hanane, or he said, it is I, or I am he, or behold me, I am here. So in other words, this is saying that Moses, or the Most High saw, or the angel that was in the bush, saw Moses, and saw that Moses turned to look around at the bush. And he called to him, saying, Moses, Moses. And Moses turned around and was like, it's me. You know, I'm here. Behold, I am here. But when you break it down in Hebrew, you have the Wa, you have the Yahweh, Yahweh, Ra, Sa, La, Ra, Wa, Yahweh, he called Aliyah to him, Alahayim, from the midst of the Sarah, Wa, and Yah Amar, he said, Masha, Masha, Wa, which is and, Yah, he, Amar, said, Hanane, behold, I am here, or behold, it is me. Now, let me show you another example. If I were to say in Arabic, which is the sister tongue of Hebrew, he is a boy, Hawa Walad. But if I say he is a boy in Hebrew, I would say Hawa Yalad. It's the same. It's like if I said he is old in Arabic, I would say Hawa Kabir. If I said he is old in Hebrew, I would say Hawa Kabar. It's the same thing. This dude has no excuse. This is called not studying and being a buffoon. And with that, since this guy admitted he doesn't know the name of the Most High, he obviously don't serve Yahweh. Now, I say the Most High because I don't say Yahweh's name without reverence. Just saying it commonly like saying Fred or Bill. Okay, that's why. So this guy's a clown. And Ruth's name is Rawaf in Hebrew. We just Anglicanize. My name is Anglicanized Judah, but it's Yahweh. And with that, I'm done.
All right, people, once again, you're officially inside the Lions Den on Debate Talk for You Radio. Again, the number is 646-716-7320. And I see you guys out there pressing number 1. I appreciate you guys, the attendance, checking us out live. Again, if you didn't listen to the show earlier, if you press number 1, that means you want to ask a question later on for the public Q&A. If you press number 1, do me a favor, stand by. People, stand by, be patient. We're going to get to the public Q&A. Don't press number 1 again. It's going to take you off the switchboard. So if you already pressed number 1, just stand by. I want to hear from you later on. Hear your questions, your comments. But let's go to Rob Rack right now with his first rebuttal. Again, that's 8 minutes each. Rob, you can go ahead.
All right, brothers and sisters. If you heard this guy go, all right. Let's see, where did I take the notes? Okay, right here. So you said that, I'm going to use this one first. So we should turn to the Arabs for the name of the Most High. But you said that we should study the Hebrew. Okay, no problem. I see where but that's not going to work. That's pretty weird. So for you brothers and sisters out there who've been studying the Hebrew, trying to find out what's the name of the Most High, sorry, you need to study Arabic. So that's basically what he's saying. So then he also mentioned I don't follow the Sabbath. Okay, so he's saying that every Saturday is the Sabbath. So every Saturday since the beginning of time has been the Sabbath. Now, the Most High gave us the sun, moon, and stars for how to tell time, right? So I'm going to give you a situation, okay? Now, say you're on a cruise ship, okay? Just hear me out. Say you're on a cruise ship, and you fall off the cruise ship, you hit your head on a rock, you wake up on a desert island. Now, you don't know what day it is because you don't know how long you've been out. And it just so happened in your pocket you had your Torah. Okay, just so happened that's the only thing you had, right? So your watch doesn't work, your phone doesn't work, that's broke. Okay, so how do you find out which day is the Sabbath? Now, if the Most High gave us the sun, moon, and stars to find out days of the week, the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, and the Sabbath. That means when people say you don't follow the Sabbath, which is supposed to be on the pagan named day of the week called Saturday, I don't even know why I'm even defending the Sabbath. This is supposed to be about the name of the Most High. This is weird, but this guy, anyway, he's trying to say that the Gregorian calendar matches up with the Hebrew calendar. When people say that to me, that's pretty weird, so I'll leave that alone. So then you also said that I didn't know these, okay, which is pretty weird. I don't know why would you say that. So Genesis 14:18, and Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. Genesis 14:19, and he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. Genesis 14:20, and blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thine enemies into thine hand. And he gave him tithes of all. Skip a verse, Genesis 14:22. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up mine hand, I'm going to read it as written, unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth. Now, I do have these verses written down in my notes, in my notebook, because I have, but I didn't pull that out. It's sitting right here, but I didn't pull it out. It's sitting in front of my computer right now. So for you to say that I can't find these verses is pretty asinine. But this is about the name of the Most High. Once again, his second attempt to show you how the people he learned Hebrew from are wrong when it comes to the name. Now, he has the stone edition Tanakh, where you see in Hebrew the Yod He Wah He, or Yod He Vav He, however you want to do it, that means Yahweh. Now, weird how they could have put Yahweh in, hold on, they could have put it instead of saying the name, because it's just typing it when they printed it up. Also, okay, I also have the JPS Tanakh. Now, I'm not sure if the Stone Edition Tanakh is the same, but on the Hebrew side, in Psalm 68, okay, I'm going to go to verse 4. I'm looking for the Yod He. I'm looking for the shortened name of the Most High, which, if you go to King James, it's Psalm 68 and 4. Okay, I think it's Psalm 68 and 4. It says the name. It says Jah, but there was no J. So then, instead of the J, if you have a 1611, then it would be IAH. So what I did was I said, well, somebody said, well, you need to find out who is IAH. So I typed that in. I did some research and was like, wow, what is this? I mean, right. Okay, so back to Psalm 68 and 4. So I'm looking here in Hebrew, okay? I'm looking for what the word is the name is supposed to be. So I don't see it in Psalm 68 and 4. But when I get to Psalms 68 and 5, I see a Yod He, but before the Yod He is a bet. So it's bet Yod He. And then there's 2 dots under the bet. Okay, those vowel points. Now, brothers and sisters, I'm not trying to say that, okay, don't learn this Hebrew. I'm not trying to say don't learn this Hebrew. What I'm trying to say is it's pretty weird how when they translate things, now all of a sudden when it comes to the name, they don't want to agree on that, which is pretty weird. And Judah, when the brothers who know Hebrew call in and you got to start explaining stuff, because you know I can't because I don't know Hebrew, we're going to find out some things, okay? So with that, I'll just quickly end it. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All right, once again, you're now listening to Debate Talk Radio, the most respected debate forum in the world. The number is 646-716-7320. Again, people, if you want to ask your questions, You want to feel free to call in. Press number 1. We'll add you to the conversation. If you're on social media, again, you can chime in. The number is 646-716-7320. However, you do have to stand by for the public Q&A part of the show. Just be patient. We're going to get to you guys. But again, later on, I want to hear from each and every person out there that press number 1. We'll add you to the conversation. Again, the first topic of debate, name of the Most High. Second topic, does Torah approve race mixing? But let's go to the second rebuttal part of this debate, name of the Most High. Let's go back to Judah. Judah, you can go ahead.
All right, everybody. I hope you guys went to the bathroom or maybe made some cereal or something, or went to the store during his part, or maybe you might want to fluff up your pillow, because that was the that's the sleepy segment of the debate. Now, I'm going to start punching this clown's ears off because he doesn't know what he's talking about. For one, let's go to Deuteronomy 32 verse 3. Okay, it says, "For the name of Yahweh I will call out to him greatness or greatness to our God." Okay, let me say it again. Deuteronomy 32 verse 3. "For the name of Yahweh I call out to him greatness to our God." I'm sorry. He said in the KJV it's Psalm 68 verse 4, but in Strong's it's 68 verse 5. These guys are talking about the vowel points. Listen, that stuff was put in by the Yids. Okay, let's keep it real. But anyways, he tried to say that I said study Arabic to learn the Hebrew. Well, they're sister tongues. It doesn't mean that every word that's in Arabic is going to be the exact same. You can check my video. I have a comparison of the Arabic language with the Hebrew, and the words are pretty much the same. But they vary in a little bit, such as the word for boy is walad in Arabic and yalad in Hebrew. It's the same. So it's not a far stretch. Okay, so this guy's just trying to get you to be as dumb as he is. Now let's keep going. Psalm 68 verse 5. He's going about, I don't see this, I don't see that. If you study the Hebrew, you'll see that it's a B-Y-H, B-Y-H, in Yah, with his name Yah. Look at Psalm 115, verse 17. It says, "Know they the dead, they halal Yah." Know the dead, do they praise Yah? Halal means to praise. Verse 18, "Anakana, na barak Yah." We will praise Yah. I'm sorry, let's get to Psalm 16, verse 9. Halallah Yah. Psalm 117, verse 2. Halallah Yah. Psalm 13, verse 5 and verse 21. Halallah Yah. Psalm 146, verse 10. Halallah Yah. Psalm 147, verse 20. Halallah Yah. Psalm 148, verse 1. Halallah Yah. Psalm 148, verse 14. Halallah Yah. Psalm 149, verse 1. Halallah Yah. Psalm 149, verse 9. Psalm 150, verse 1. Psalm 150, verse 6 are all Halallah Yah. You can get to Psalm 118, and it's going to say in verse 5, for those who have the Hebrew, it's going to say Yah, Yah, not the long form, the shortened form, twice in verse 5. In verse 14, it's going to tell you the word Yah. In verse 17, it's going to say Akayah Yah, which means I am the living God, or the living God. In verse 18, you're going to get the word Yah. This is Psalm 118. In verse 19, you're going to get the word Yah. In verse 27, it's going to say Al Yahweh, God Yahweh. Okay. Now let's go down again, because this guy's he's trying to pull the shake and bake on you. Elijah's name, Zephaniah's name, Zephaniah. Obadiah, Obadiah. Isaiah, Yashayah. Judah, Yahweh Da. What are you talking about, man? This dude's a buffoon. Listen, he's trying to tell you he don't know the name of the Most High. So then the question should be, who is this dude serving? Who's this dude serving? Hold on, let me show you something real quick. Let me get to something real quick. This guy made a little statement. Hold on, let's get to Proverbs chapter 28, verse 4 real quick. It says, "Those who forsake the Torah praise the wicked, but the keepers of the Torah contend with them. Men of evil will not discern the inevitable judgment, but those who seek Yahweh will understand all." Well, if this dude was keeping the Torah, he would know the Most High's name. Okay, he's trying to cause dissension between those who call upon the name of Yahuwah and things like that. But that's for people who want to. Listen, he has a Jewish guy in his circle. Okay, so I told that dude after I washed up this clown to get that buffoon in the ring so I can box his ears off, and he can try to convince you that we're supposed to be speaking Yiddish. Okay, nah, it's not going to happen. So anyway, give me one second. It says that those who keep the Torah, hold on. It says, Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6, for Yahweh grants wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He has secured the eternal Torah for the upright. So when I'm going through the Hebrew for you and telling you and breaking all this stuff down, it's because the Most High gave me the Torah. He said, here you go, Judah. Okay, here you go. This is yours to study and to meditate upon. You're going to learn the words. You're going to learn all this. You see how he tries to, like, do the little slander tactic, like, oh, he's doing gematria. No. The letters of the Hebrew have a numerical value. This isn't something that's like a mystery. Like, everybody should know that. Like, you know, this doesn't mean you're doing the Zion Lex, Kabbalah. Oh, I'm sorry, by the way. For any of you who watch my videos, you've never seen a Talmud. You've never seen any Kabbalah. You've never seen any of this that these dudes trying to accuse me of. But you can go to his site and find these dudes on neo-Nazi Luciferian site getting their education from Luciferians who are talking about Hail Satan. I have a video on it. But while this dude's trying to slander me, all you see for me doing is telling you the Torah. It's all I'm teaching for. Proverbs 2, verse 6 again says, Yahweh grants wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He secured the Torah for the upright. So he gave the Torah to a person whose heart is inclined to know it or to learn it. This dude don't want to know it. That's why he don't know his name. Listen, he's talking about, I don't know the day of the Sabbath. If they called in and said, Rob, you know, we're going to give you your paycheck, but you're going to get paid on Thursday. Come in on Thursday. Rob would just show up on Sunday and say, well, you know, the Gregorian calendar, we don't know when that is. No, he'd be there on what we call Thursday trying to get his money, is what I'm saying. So this dude's providing every excuse in the world not to follow the commandments, not to serve Yahweh. They blaspheme the Most High, by the way. But this is why this dude's getting his butt kicked right now, because they blaspheme the Most High continuously on their channels. So you just took an L for this one.
All right, people, once again, this is Debate Talk for you. We're going to go to Rob Rack right now. Again, this is only the second rebuttal part of this debate, and after that, we're going to go to the third rebuttal. And after that, we're going to go into the next topic, which is, does Torah approve race mixing? So let's go right now to the second rebuttal part of this debate with Rob Rack. Rob, you can go ahead.
All right, brothers and sisters, as you can see, this guy keeps coming in from left field with stuff that has nothing to do with the name of the Most High. Well, the first part, he showed verses, or he brought forth verses, so I commend him that say Yah, but the rest is up to you. So you said that, let me see, then I'll bring out the scriptures. Okay, you said that the vowel points were put in by the Yiddish. Okay, I don't know. I can't wait to ask you, does your Stone Edition Tanakh have vowel points? Because if I get the Stone Edition Tanakh and I see vowel points, but you are on record saying that the vowel points are put in by the Yiddish, the vowel points, then changing vowel points is you can change the same letters and make it have a different meaning. Okay, then you also said in the beginning that you could flip it, turn it backwards, and it's going to be the same thing. You said that, okay? So that's pretty strange, okay? Zephaniah 3 and 8. I'm going to read everything as written. So just, okay? I'm going to read it as written. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Zephaniah 3 and 9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. I'm going to repeat Zephaniah 3 and 9. After I repeat Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with fire of my jealousy. Brothers and sisters, if that happened already, I wanted to know if somebody can point where this particular verse happened. That means this prophecy came to pass. Okay, so then that means that the pure language in Zephaniah 3 and 9 is the language that is written by the people who call themselves Israeli or Jewish. And that means that the vowel points that they place are correct and everything like that. So, okay, so that means that the white Jew people, that they know the pure language. Also, maybe the Arabs know it. I don't know which one is, because Zephaniah 3 and 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Most High to serve him with one consent. Now, we all know that language ain't English. It might be. I doubt it, though. I swear I doubt it. So what language is it? Okay, because King David, Moses, they didn't write with vowel points. Okay, let's get to some more scriptures. Malachi 2 and 4. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant may be with Levi, saith the Most High of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace. And I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. Now, name is Shem, reputation, fame, and glory. Okay, that's Malachi 2 and 5. This is Malachi 2 and 6. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Most High of hosts. But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Most High of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. And what does that have to do with Judah? No, he's not no priest. No, he's not from the children of Levi. Well, I'm not going to sit here and make that claim because I don't know. Okay, nobody knows. Okay, but this right here, when I read Malachi 2 and chapter 2, verse 4 through 9, was basically saying we have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. This is what we must do. Okay, there's a lot of back and forth in between different issues, but nobody is going to say that keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is something we don't have to do. Okay? Now, back to the Sabbath really quick. There's brothers and sisters who have to work on the day that you call Saturday. And they follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So you're saying that they're wrong too? Because if they give up working on the Sabbath, when the second part of the debate come around, we're going to see if you're willing to keep the law, statutes, and commandments live on air. And remember that. With that, I end it. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Does that stone addition to not have vowel points? We're going to find out.
All right, people, once again, for the first time on Debate Talk for You Live, we're having a two-topic debate. Once again, it's Debate Talk for You. You know that number, 646-716-7320. I see we have more and more people calling into the show live. Of course, I appreciate everybody that's in attendance live. Check out the show, and of course, later on, we're going to put it up on the YouTube channel where you can leave your questions and your comments. Well, leave your comments, actually, on what you thought about this particular debate on the YouTube channel. So we appreciate the YouTubers out there that's going to be leaving their comments and letting us know who you think won this particular debate or made the best points in this particular debate. So let's go to the third rebuttal part of this debate. Let's go to Judah, and you can go ahead.
All right, you guys can wake up now. As you see that this guy is losing continuously. Now, he's trying to insinuate, okay, just because I said that first off, no one even reads the vowel points in our Stones. Well, I have more than one Torah, Hebrew Torah, okay? But this Stones edition is my main sword to rob off clowns like this dude. See, Bozo has no point whatsoever. Now, the Yids added in vowels, okay? Now, anyone, you can just punch in Google right now the Yiddish language, and it's going to tell you all about it and show you how they didn't even have a written alphabet for the Yiddish language until they adopted our Hebrew letters to express their language. Now, when they did that, they began to pronounce things on their own. Let me give you an example. Like for the yod, which means hand or force or strength or to cast, they make that an E sound. This is where you get people like the name Allah Hayam, okay? You'll hear some brothers say Elohim. Now, the word for sea or lake or ocean is yam. You don't call it im, you call it yam. So this same word is also with Allah Hayam. Ha is the yam. Allah Hayam makes it plural, all right, or like the plural majestic. The wow, which is in the Arabic and the Ethiopic and the Syrian, the wow, which is the sixth letter of the alphabet, they turn into a U. The ayan, which gives you the ah sound, not the eh from aleph, the first letter of the alphabet, they change that into an a ey or ay. We have words like kaye or kaye, which is like life or living, which they did get this correct. I'll give them that. They gave it a AA, okay? They gave certain letters like the word haya, which is like was. They gave that a oi, okay? Which you're getting like a German pronunciation, a oi, okay? The word alaf, which means to teach or to instruct. It also means like a bull, a calf, a sheep, a goat. It also means the number 1,000, but it is the first letter of the alphabet. They change it to a O. They have words such as Daleth, Zayin, and Shin, or Shan, which there's no such combination in the Hebrew because it's a German words and dialect and things, not dialect, German language that they use the Hebrew characters for. So this guy has no type of argument whatsoever. Let me give you an example. The word Alaf Bath means house of instruction, alphabet. Alaf Bath, it means the house of instruction or learning. But when they say it, they say Aleph Bez. Ask anybody who knows anything else. Just a little bit of study of Yiddish shows that they do not speak the same. If you heard a Yiddish person or Jewish person speak, you will not understand. They will not understand you if you were speaking Hebrew. If you think the Arabs and Ethiopians and Jewish people are speaking back and forth and there's some understanding between them, you're mistaken. No one knows what Yiddish is. It's a German language. Now, let me give you an example. The German Yiddish language is recognized by Germany, Bosnia, Herzegovina, the Netherlands, Poland, Romania, Sweden, Ukraine, and political Israel only. Why, in our language, the Phoenician, the Hebrew, the Syrian, the Ethiopic, and the Arabic with the letter wow, okay? There's no oohs and no e's, okay? They get their u's from the Greek letter upsilon, which is an uppercase Y and a lowercase u. Now look at the word W. That is a English phrase, W, okay, W. So this is where they get this from. This guy has no case whatsoever. He got knocked out the box. He knew he was going to get knocked out the box, okay? He even told Sal, I'm going to lose the first round. And he's absolutely correct. So in the words of a wise man, when the dude got knocked out, he said, I don't know why you came down here messing with these people, okay? Why did you even step in the ring if you're going to get your ears boxed off, my dude? Listen, kindergarten cop, you should have stuck to whatever you was doing at Rib's talk show. Leave this Torah business to those who love the Torah and love Yahweh, okay? You don't love Yahweh, so you don't need to be here. Go do something else. Go fix a bike or something. And with that, I think I'm done with my rebuttal. Peace to the Torahites.
All right, people, once again, it's Debate Talk Radio. Again, this is the Name of the Most High segment. We're almost done with the Name of the Most High segment of this debate. We're going to go to Rob Rack, and once we're done with his third rebuttal, we're going to go to the second topic of this debate. So let's go to Rob Rack. Rob, you can go ahead.
All praises to the Most High God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, brothers and sisters, if you heard that emotional response, that was pretty critical to what's going to be coming up in the second half. I do think that I held my own pretty much. He showed you a bunch of, he almost admitted, but he caught himself. He almost admitted that his Stone Edition has vowel points. Okay? And he also showed us how he knows that Yiddish and he knows Hebrew. So you know them both. That's pretty cool. I like that. I got something for that too. I'm going to wait till you have to answer questions. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, let's see what else he had. He brought up a bunch of words, but he did not explain the name of the Most High. Well, no, he did. He did what he thought he did. He did what he thought he had to do. But in my eyes, I still don't understand how there is Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahovah, and Yahuwah. Also, then he said that Yah is at the end of certain names and stuff. I forgot to bring that up. I'm not denying that or anything like that. Okay. Yes, it's in Elijah's name or Jeremiah's name. Okay. It's not in King Solomon's name. It's not in King David's name. Brothers and sisters, we have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. I'm still trying to figure out how do people have study Hebrew and have different, how do they pronounce the long version of the Most High's name? Okay, I understand the first part is Yah. That's what people say. The first part is Yah. Okay, totally understandable. But the rest, to me, it's still up for debate because I don't see how he proved to me why someone who uses Yahweh is wrong or what? Yahweh. Why is that wrong? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, basically, brothers and sisters, if you tuned into this debate, you already know that I just had to hold my own until the second half of the debate because I wasn't going to get him in the ring to debate the second half. Okay, that's why I'm here. Okay, so for you brothers and sisters who use Yahuwah and you think that's correct, I don't know Hebrew. So if it's correct to you, it's correct to you until you come to a better understanding. For you brothers and sisters out there who use Yahweh or Yahuwah or Yahweh or Jehovah or Yahweh, fine. I have no problem. But to me, I'm still in the same place. I'm still standing at the same crossroad. Which name is right? Okay, that's just to me. All right. So there is, where's my PDFs? There is, no, I think it's on my phone. Oh, man. Yeah, it's on my phone. Shoot. All right. Well, I have to Okay, brothers, I'm sorry. I saw my phone. That this Yahweh was unknown to the world until Ariah from this One West, or the Biblical Israelite School or something of teaching or something like that, right? Before it was ISUPK, it was something else, right? So they had some brothers, and one of them, well, basically what I'm trying to say is no one was using the name Yahweh before then. And if he can show that this is the end, well, I'll wait to ask some questions. You have to do that. So then also, brothers and sisters, he brought up something that I do on the side from my barber shop. And yeah, that's what I do. I do that. I don't hide anything that I do. Okay? I work for my brothers and sisters. Yes, there's sisters who come in and get, their hair trimmed and stuff like that. If they want a design on the side or, something like that. So I serve the people. I don't teach English to foreign people, because that's what you said you do. But I thought we were going to keep this sticking to the topic. You left the topic plenty of times, but I understand, because what's going to really hurt you is that if I go from saying the Most High to using a name that other brothers and sisters use as the name of the Most High, they'll forgive me, because I didn't know. Because what we have to do is turn from our iniquity. The second part of this debate is why I showed up, why I accepted the first part. So, brothers and sisters, now is the time for the popcorn. Now is the time for your bottled water. And may the Most High bless those brothers out there in Flint, Michigan, because those white people out there is doing our brothers and sisters dirty. They doing us dirty. Got to send some more prayers out to those brothers and sisters. If you can send them some water or something to help some families out there. Before all praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When this second part comes around, Judah, please don't hang up. Okay, I promise I won't bring up your family. But it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You ready? This is why I showed up. This second part. Now, this is where I'm finna knock you out. This is where I get up and I knock you out. You ready? You ready? Because this is the second part. This is the race mixing, the mamzers. This is why I'm here. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let the show begin. Man, get this chump on the phone. I'm ready.
All right, people, once again, we're done with the Name of the Most High segment of this debate. Of course, we're going to hear from you guys. Hopefully you guys wrote down your questions and your comments for the public Q&A. Again, we're done with the Name of the Most High segment of this debate. Now we're going to go into, does Torah approve race mixing? Does Torah approve race mixing? All right, so we're going to deal with this particular topic right now. We're going to have an opening statement. That's going to be 12 minutes each. And again, we're going to hear from you guys later on, the people out there. Again, you can press number 1 right now if you want to, because there's going to be a lot of people pressing number 1. So yeah, I advise you to press number 1 right now, or you can try and wait later on, and hopefully we can hear from you guys. But I recommend that you press number 1 right now. Again, the number is 646-716-7320. I'm looking at the switchboard. We have a lot of people already waiting to press the number 1. So if you want to guarantee let your voice be heard live on the air, and the show is archived, by the way. You can always go back and check it out. Just dial that number, press number 1, and we'll add you in the conversation. Hopefully we hear from you guys out there all across the globe. Check out Debate Talk Radio. Again, we're going into the second part of this debate. Does Torah approve race mixing? We're going to go to Brother Judah. Again, it's 12 minutes each. Opening statements. Go ahead.
Now, hey, everybody out there, you guys see what it is. This guy is staggering. You see that liver shot I hit him with? You see how he just crumbled? You hear the, okay? That's what happens, okay, when you step into a business and you're not prepared for it. Now, this clown thinks he's going to, like, quote-unquote, get me on race mixing. Now, I have one question for this guy. And I'm going to stick with this question because he's not going to answer the question. We're using the Torah, right? And the prophets. Unless he wants to use the so-called Greek New Testament. He can do that if he likes. But I'm sticking with the Torah and the prophets. I want to ask this buffoon. Where is the word race in the Torah? Just show me the book, the chapter, and the verse. Where is the word race in the Torah? Now, with that, I'm going to sit back, drink my coffee, have a poop-eating grin on my face, and watch these struggle scripts. Oh, actually, no scripts are going to come out because he's not going to find it. Keep in mind now, I'm going to be repeating the same question over and over again, okay, before I punch his ears off with scriptures. He has to find the word race in the Torah, in the prophets, the book, the chapter, and the verse. Now, he can let him tap dance and run and do the running man and the shuffle buck. You know, he can do the potato, the mashed potato. He can do it all. The fact of the matter is he has to prove the word in the Torah and the prophets. If he cannot use or find that word, he loses this debate because there's nothing more to talk about. If he can't, the topic is race mixing. So then the word race has to be in the Torah and the prophets. So this buffoon has to find the word race. If he can't find it, what is that? That's an easy 2-0, a knockout, which means this fool shouldn't even be allowed to pollute this platform with his buffoonery. Okay? Like this is buffoonery. This is a circus. So I'm gonna sit back and sip some coffee, and we're gonna let Rob get the book, the chapter, and the verse with the word race. Take it away, Roberta. I'm done.
All right. Does Torah approve race mixing? Does Torah approve race mixing? Again, the number is 646-716-7320. Man, it seemed like all of a sudden more people called in when this particular topic came up. I see you guys. I appreciate you tuning in and pressing number 1. And hopefully we're going to hear from you guys later on and add you in the conversation. We appreciate you. Check out the Debate Talk Radio. So let's get into this. Let's go to Rob Rack and hear what he has to say about does Torah approve race mixing. We'll open up his phone line. It's an opening statement, 12 minutes each. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that was hilarious, brothers and sisters. Did you see he had 12 minutes? He talked for like 2. Why? Because this topic hurts. He brought up hundreds of scriptures in the first part. This topic's going to hurt. So he says, I lose the debate if I can't find the word race. Well, brothers and sisters, since that is an English term, the word nation. So let's get into some scriptures. Genesis 1:24. Nope. Genesis 1:26. I'm going to read it as written. And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Okay? So we have dominion over these things. That's in Genesis 1. Now I'm going to go to a law. Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed, neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. That's the law. We have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So that means you're not supposed to let horses and cows have sex with each other, and dogs and cats and stuff like that, and try to make a cat dog. Okay? Most High gave us dominion over these animals, so we're not supposed to mingle the gender with a diverse kind. Okay? We're not supposed to sow our field with mingled seed. Okay? Now, there's these white people, okay? You know who I'm referring to when I say white people, just as a general statement. They do mix plants. They can make a tree that grows oranges and apples at the same time. Okay, we're not supposed to do that. Okay. Also, we're not supposed to eat food from that tree. Okay. And neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. Okay. Now, if you go and do a search for linen, which is flaxseed, and you do enough digging, you will see an image of the linen. And when you see the linen is long, stringy, and it's blonde. Coincidentally, hold on. Neither let a garment mingled of linen, and if you do the image search for linen, it's long, stringy, blonde hair, and woolen. We all know what type of hair or texture wool is. So we're not even supposed to mix the stringy blonde substance with the coarse wool, quote unquote. Okay, that's in the law. Okay, so now let's go to Deuteronomy 7. Okay, when the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Now this is verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter thou shalt not take unto thy son. Okay? Now, no one knows which direct nation are the Hittites, or the Girgashites, or the Amorites, or the Canaanites, which coincidentally has 12 plus Canaan, so 13 different groups of people, and some of them are mentioned here in Deuteronomy 7. These are the nations greater and mightier. Okay, so no one can pinpoint these nations. So since no one can pinpoint these nations, we have to treat all nations as the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites. Okay, we have to treat them all like that until they step up and say, okay, well, we're the Amorites. Okay, we're tired of hiding, and because you guys are going to find out who the Edomites are pretty soon, and we don't want that stigma on us. They're the Edomites. Okay, so now that's okay. Now, verse 7 and 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Now, since we don't know who these people are, because we know them by, I'm going to give an example. We know them by Filipinos. We know them by Mexicans. We know the nations on earth today. We know them by Afghanistan. Okay, but we don't know their biblical name. Okay, so we have to treat them all like they are the nations that we're not supposed to intermingle with, intermarry with. Okay, so here's a corresponding story that shows how we should not be with other nations. Okay, now here's a nation that is mentioned that wasn't mentioned in Deuteronomy 7. Okay, you hear that, OTT? Because I know that you're going to call in, hopefully. This is Judges 14. And Samson went down to Timnah and saw a woman in Timnah of the daughters of the Philistines. Okay? And he came up and told his father and mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnah of the daughters of the Philistines. Now, therefore, get her for me to wife. Now, this is Judges 14 and 13. Now, listen, brothers and sisters who have children. Okay? Listen. This is Judges 14 and 3. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? So what the moms and the pops said was, out of all these beautiful black women, these beautiful Israelite sisters, all of them, you just go skip all of them and get a Philistine? Even if you like tall women, there's tall Israelites. Even if you wanted to, light-skinned Israelite. There's a light skin. If you wanted a dark skin, there's a dark skin. The Most High made our Israelite women every way, shape, and form. So you have no excuse to go outside of your nation. There's no excuse. For whatever you desire, there is a woman for you amongst your brethren, amongst your sisters. Okay? Now this is Ezra 9. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Okay? Now how do we separate ourselves from the people of the lands? Oh, Christmas is coming up. So, if you want to buy your children something, you don't have to wait till Christmas. They got Walmart. They got Toys R Us. You don't have to wait till Christmas to get your kid a hoverboard. Get them one when you get your check. But you want to wait till Christmas to help these people out. Okay, you want to celebrate Valentine's Day when you could go out the weekend before that. You don't have to make no reservation because everybody want to go out. You helping out, buying candies. Man, who care about that? Separate yourself from these people. Okay, doing according to their abominations. Okay, now, when I searched the Strongs, since he said it's okay to bring up Strongs, when I looked up Strongs for abominations, it brought up something, you know, it brought up something that's going to hurt, okay? Now listen. A disgusting thing, abomination, abominable, okay? Now, in a ritual sense of unclean food. So separate yourself from the people of this land. Stop eating the shrimp, crab, and lobster, and the pork. That way we can have our rivers and waterways more clean because there's more bottom feeders there, okay? Separate yourselves from the people of the land. Now, in the second ritual sense definition, it says idols. Leave Jesus alone. Okay, leave these other nations and their idols alone. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, the third entry says mixed marriages. That's under abomination. That is pretty much to'ava or to'ava. Okay, mixed marriages, that's an abomination unto the Most High. Okay? I can't wait for the second part. Can you please explain to me, out of those verses that I brought up so far, how intermarriage with a non-Israelite to a Israelite is a good thing? Because I'm just warming up for the uppercuts and the combos. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All right, people. Hopefully, you guys are taking down your notes from both sides. You know, both contenders. Can't wait to hear from you guys out there. I know you guys have been waiting patiently. I know you guys cannot wait for the public Q&A to come, but it's coming real soon. We're going to get to you guys and hear from the people out there, the public Q&A. Where you to listen on is going to call in live with your questions and your comments. So let's go to the first rebuttal part of this debate. Does Torah approve race mixing? We're going to go back to Judah right now. Judah, go ahead.
All right, everybody. Hope you guys made your dinner or went to the bathroom during his part. Now you're back, and the long spiel this guy gave, he still didn't answer the question. What book, what chapter, and what verse is the word race in? Nation and race does not mean the same thing. I asked him, where is race? This is the topic of the debate, race. Did you notice he spoke nothing of race? He tried to use the twist the scriptures, talking about the Canaanites who were Hamites, that we were not allowed to marry them, not because of what they were, but because of what they were doing. He brought up to Ezra about the people who were marrying children or women who had children who couldn't even speak Hebrew. Why? Because they were doing something they shouldn't have. They were worshiping other gods, not because of what they were. Okay, so this guy's a clown. Now, I'm going to ask him again. Where is the word race? He's trying to say the word race is an English term. Well, this is the topic of the debate, fella. And you read an English KJV Bible. So you show me and everybody else listening where the word race is. What book, what chapter, what verse. And with that, I'm done.
All right, people, once again, it's Debate Talk for you. And shout out to my new co-host that's going to be coming on the show very soon, Amuna Yisrael. That's my new co-host. She's going to be doing, some of the round tables and some of these debates in the future. Going to be joining me with these particular debates. So once again, if you want to check her out, you can go to her YouTube channel and show your support. That's Amuna Yisrael. Just check it out on YouTube. Just type in the search box, Amuna Yisrael. She'll be here, in a few weeks, joining me with these round tables and debates. So we appreciate you, Amuna. And, of course, once again, this is the Debate Talk for you, the Lions Den, people. I know you guys enjoying this debate. There's Torah-approved race mixing. Let's go back to Rob Rack and see what he has to say. 8 minutes for the rebuttal. Go ahead.
Brother Sal, if you can, because this guy is trying to get through these rounds pretty fast. He's doing 2 minutes of talking. So just add the time that he forfeits to the question and answer section, please. I would like for that to be done. Okay. Or you can add it to mine. So if he talks for 2 minutes, then I should be able to talk for 14 minutes because he forfeited his time. And okay, so we're going to finish. No, let me go to, let me finish Ezra 9 and 10. This is Ezra chapter 9, verse 10. And now, I'm going to read it as written. And now, O our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken thy commandments, which thou hast commanded by the servants the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to the other with their uncleanliness. Now, this brother lives in a land, in a different nation, that is different from if we were all keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and we had our own nation. He is living in a totally different nation. Now, in that land, which is Japan, they have things like the Steel Penis Festival. Okay? So, also in that land, they eat a bunch of abominations. Aside from China, Japan has to be like the second grossest place to eat food if you are an Israelite. Okay? Now, the reason why the Most High says we're not supposed to marry outside of the nation, outside of the children of Israel, is because when you have two parents from different nations, one parent will say you can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Well, now, you're not around your child all day, every day. And usually when the child is young, the mother raises the child. So if the mother is from another nation and she's around her family, like her grandmother, then things like sushi and shrimp and bug sushi, like cockroaches, end up on a Ritz cracker. Okay? This is why this brother wants to, I wasn't going to do this, but I see what you're doing. So I'm going to scrap about what I'm doing. I'm going to head straight for the fan bam. Okay? So this is the reason why, okay, we shouldn't do this. Because when your children are around the mother of another nation, then the mother of that other nation tends to follow the gods which tell her it's okay to feed your child shrimp, crab, and lobster on sushi rolls. Okay? That's the God of that people says it's okay. Now, the God of the Israelites says no, no, no. Okay? So, this is Ezra 9 and 12. Now, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or wealth forever. So, wait a minute. Aren't you seeking their peace in that land? Aren't you hoping that every time you go out, you don't want a whole bunch of Yakuza jumping on you, chopping you up with swords, jumping off of ninja bikes? Okay? You're seeking their peace or their wealth. Who pays you? They pay you. They pay you. You don't even teach Israelites. Why? That ye may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it for inheritance to your children forever. You don't have any land. We know this. And after all that is come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our God, hast punished us less than our iniquities deserve, okay, and the Most High could do worse. You could really you could go ham and make us look real, but he gave us, and he gave us an out, okay, and has given us such deliverance as this. Should we again, now this is during Ezra's time, listen, should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations? Okay, if you're at work, you don't know if the mother of that child, your child, doesn't give them sushi or whatnot, sneak a piece. Okay, wouldst not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping? Okay, because there's people out here who say, I'm not getting with another nation, things like that. Let me go keep reading. This is Ezra 10. Okay, anything that I don't read, please read. Okay, this is 10 and 2. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehiel. Now, if you notice, one of the sons of Elam. Okay, if you notice, bloodline is very important amongst Israel. Okay, brothers and sisters, it's very important. I have a video showing how Blake Griffin's father, who's a Negro, married a white woman, and then Blake Griffin is the product of that. Then he went out and got a white wife, and the product of that, now that child is blonde-haired and like blue-eyed. Okay? Now, if he go out and get a white wife, that's like a whole new group of people. Because if he goes out and gets a white Latina, this is how you get Chihuahuas from the wolf. Okay, this is how you get different breeds of dogs. This is how you get different nations of people. Today on earth, there's 200 nations, but only 18 of them in the scripture. 19. Okay, now therefore let us make a. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our God, and we have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there's hope in Israel concerning this thing. But this is the out. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our God, and let it be done according to the law. Okay? Now I'm going to be I don't have too much time. And they made a proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem unto all the children of the captivity that they should gather themselves together unto Jerusalem. Okay? Read 7 through 12. I'm going to go down. Well, but I have to catch it on the next one. Judah don't want to deal with the scriptures. Please tell me where the scriptures that I'm reading supports Israelites with non-Israelites. Please tell me where is it okay. Show me the scriptures that says it's okay to do that for an Israelite to be with a non-Israelite. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All right, people, we're getting closer and closer. Public Q&A time. Right after this, we're going to have, it's the second rebuttal, third rebuttal, and after that, we're going to go to the cross-examination part of this debate. So, don't you go nowhere, people. We're getting closer to the public Q&A. I see we have a lot of people standing by, and again, we appreciate you guys being here live on Debate Talk Radio. But let's go back to Judah. Again, this is second rebuttal, part of this debate. And go ahead.
All right, everybody. You heard the long spiel, the long-winded sermon from this guy. Isn't it funny this guy likes to beat up on Christians, and you come to find out this guy's a Christian himself? So, as you see, the topic of the debate was race mixing. I asked him to use the Torah and the prophets and show the book, the chapter, and the verse with the word race. And this dude went off on a whole other spiel, which means that this dude's losing horribly. Now, he tried to bring up my wife and say that my wife is worshiping phalluses and this, that, and the other. So I have a special treat for you. Please give me 1 second.
This is Judah's wife. これからヤハワはこれらの言葉をことごとく告げて仰せられた。私はあなたをエジプトの国、奴隷の国から連れ出した。あなたのヤハワ、主である。あなたには私の他の神々があってはならない。あなたは自分のために偶像を作ってはならない。上の天にもあるものでも、下の地にあるものでも、地の下の水の中にあるものでも、どんな形でも作ってはならない。それらを拝んではならない。それらに仕えてはならない。あなたのヤハワ、主である私は、妬む神、私を憎む者には、地の咎む子に報い、3代、4代にまで。
Thank you very much. What she was reading was Exodus chapter 20, the commandments, in Japanese, which is really funny because, this guy said that people are, he don't know who's Israel. Now, I want to show you something real quick. Again, we're going to go back to why this guy is avoiding the topic of the debate, which is race mixing. He has not spoken about race since he's been giving you the long spiel. Has he, people? He's talking about, you shouldn't be doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. Listen, how about talking about race mixing? Show us in the book where there is race in the Bible. We want to hear race. Let me show you something real quick. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9, it says, a man's heart will plot his way, and Yahweh will set his foot aright. Okay? Let's get to Proverbs chapter 37, verse 23. I'm sorry, Psalm 37, verse 23. By Yahweh are a man's footsteps established, and he shall favor his way. Now, I came to Japan, and I learned more and more and more of the Torah here. Okay? Now, I know it in America, but I got to learn it fully to this extent that I have here in Japan. Now, since the Most High establishes man's ways, you don't think the Most High knew that I was going, he establishes man's ways. Like, my girlfriends, because I dated only black women exclusively, whatever the problem was, I couldn't get married to them, or they weren't into the Torah like that, they were not interested. But that's just what it is. I mean, what am I supposed to do about it? Force them? Now, what happened was, not to get into my own personal thing or whatever, I wound up meeting my wife, and she's a believer, and we study the Torah. Now, we're a praying, God-believing family. So this guy can talk all this crap he wants. The point of the matter is, he has not proven to you the idea of race in the Torah by using the scriptures. Now, let me show you something. I'll tell you why he cannot show you the concept of race in the Torah, because it's not in there. And he's not even going to try to even talk about that. He's just going to spiel you to death. Remember, too, how confident he was that he was going to, win something. This is his quote, right? He was going to, win. This is the part he was waiting for. Yet and still, after 2 exchanges, this guy still has not shown you the concept of race in the Torah. Because the Torah only deals with nationality, not race. He doesn't know whether my wife is an Israelite or not. He doesn't know. He's just saying, she's like such and such and such. Let me give you an example. I want to give you an example of where the concept of race came from and why he can't find it, nor is he even attempting to find it for you. I'm sure some of you are waiting for the word race in the Torah. Anyone using the word race for the Torah, you have a Eurocentric mind state. I'm trying to find my notes here real quick with where he gets the concept of race. I'm sorry. Carl Linnaeus, from 1707 to 1778 in Sweden, a botanist and a physician, established a color scheme of races into 4 varieties: America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. He color-coded red, white, yellow, and black. Then a German named John Friedrich Blumenbach, a professor, argued that there are 5 races: Caucasian, Mongolian, Ethiopian, American, and Malay. Okay? The word race comes from the word raza, which basically means breeds of horses and dogs, and it's nothing to do with people. The topic of the debate is race. Let's get another one. French physician Francois Bernier was the first to use the word race to classify humans in a 1684 essay called A New Division of the Earth. According to it, the different species of races of men who inhabit it. He went on to explain how the white race is the such and such, right? Now, this is why you can't find the word race in the Torah. Now, we didn't even get to the main meat of the debate. Now, this guy will tell you and he's going to say this, he better admit this too because Sal heard him say it. He said that Moses' children were mamzers. A mamzer is a child who was born from incest, which is sex between family members, and or a child who was born from adultery, such as like a person's wife who went out and slept with a man, got pregnant. That child cannot enter the congregation of Israel. Now, Moses' wife was an Ethiopian. All right? Keep in mind that. Moses' wife was an Ethiopian. When the Most High sought to kill Moses, who saved Moses' life? His wife did. Start off with this guy saying that Moses' kids are mamzers when they're already told to have been counted as the tribe of Levi, the top tribe in Israel. Of course, this guy's not going to talk about that. He's going to, no. Actually, you know what? He is. And when he does talk about it, and if he tries to switch up his story, Sal's already heard it, this buffoon has to tell everyone how Moses' children are mamzers and are not a part of the congregation of Israel. Now, with that, I'm going to let this guy dig his own grave. We're going to sit back and hear the buffoonery. Take it away, Roberta.
All right, once again, people, you're officially inside the Lion's Den. The number is 646-716-7320. By the way, people, again, for those first-time listeners out there, if you haven't heard the show before, the show will be archived. All you got to do is go to the website, www.blogtalkradio.com/debate talk for you, or you can check it out on YouTube later on. A few hours from now, it's going to be on the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/debate talk for you, and you can leave your comments. So we're still in the second rebuttal part of this debate. Let's go back to Rob Rack. Go ahead.
Brother Sal, could you stay on the line really quick? I need you to answer a question for me. Are you there?
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, you know, Dad, I can't. I can't. I can't.
I know.
Right now.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. But that's okay. I'll make a statement. So when we had the conference call, we agreed not to lead the scriptures. We went to Google. Okay, so you hold the L. Remember that? You remember you said whoever leads the Bible first, you lose the debate. Well, I'm not going to call that marker in just yet. Okay, so he said Moses' wife was Ethiopian, right? So in the scriptures it says Midianitish. She was not Midianitish. She was from Midian. Okay, now this is Numbers 25. Okay, Numbers 25 and 6. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust them both through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So that's one instance of an Israelite with a non-Israelite. Now, mind you, that woman was the same nation as Moses' wife. All right? So I'm going to go down to now, mind you, that was a Midianitish woman. Okay, so I'm going to go down to Numbers 25 and 16. No, I'm going to go to Numbers 25 and 14. Now, the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a chief house among the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zur. Okay, he was the head. There's a U in Zur. I don't know if he pronounces it Zar, but there's a U right there while I'm reading it. But he was head over a people and the chief in the house of Midian. So that woman that got killed in the congregation, she wasn't just no regular woman. She was from a chief house. Okay. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. In the matter of Cosbi, that goes to show that you don't walk through the congregation with a non-Israelite like you proud. You know, don't put your wife on the phone speaking Japanese when you're speaking English. To the brothers and sisters who are listening in, they're listening in English. Okay? The bastard tongue that we had to learn due to the slave trade. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to go to Numbers 3. Okay, now Moses had a wife by Midian. Aaron had a wife, was an Israelite. Okay? Now listen to this. This is Numbers 3 and 9. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron and to his sons. They are wholly given unto him out of the children of Israel. Now what did Moses' children do wrong? Brothers and sisters, I said that Moses' children are mamzers. Yes, I did, and they are. Yes, they're counted as children of Levi. They weren't serving in the tabernacle. If you can find in Numbers 3 and in Numbers 4 the name of the name of Moses' children doing anything in the tabernacle, I will delete all my videos on YouTube. I will leave speaking about the Torah and the Tanakh, and I'll just go do me, if you can find that. Okay, if you can find any verse. All right, brothers and sisters. Now, this goes to show how this brother, this dude, he's not my brother. This dude is avoiding the topic. So let me go back. This is where's my First Kings? Okay, First King. But King Solomon, this is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women. Strange. Okay? If you take, brothers and sisters out there, you know what your family reunion, when you go to your family reunion, you know what it looks like, right? You know what your family looks like. You know what your extended family looks like. Okay? If someone walked through with a strange woman, that person would be Judah Natzarah. Okay, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, that's the Egyptian, from Mitzrayim, the women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and the Hittites, nations that weren't mentioned in Deuteronomy 7. You hear that, OTT? Okay, so king of the nations, concerning which the Most High said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. Why? For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. Okay, so when you get a strange woman, she's gonna give you some of that good, and then she's gonna make you go to her church. I bet you any amount of money, this guy stepped foot in one of their pagoda places of worship before. I know this. Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm going to be bringing out all the scriptures I can. Malachi 2 and 11. Let me get that. Malachi 2 and 11. Judah have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord, which he loved, and have married the daughter of a strange god. That's Malachi 2 and 11. That fits you perfectly. Malachi 2 and 12. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offer an offering unto the Lord of hosts. Okay? Brother, dude, you're not my brother. You know what you have to do according to the scriptures. Okay? It's in Ezra 10 and 3. Okay? Ezra 10 and 3. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and such as are born of them according to the counsel of my Lord and those that tremble at the commandment of our God. Let it be done according to the law. We got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Don't put that lady on the phone speaking Japanese no more, dude. Disrespect the children of Israel.
people, once again, this is the first time ever two-topic debate on Debate Talk Radio, Name of the Most High, and does Torah approve race mixing? What do you guys got to say about this particular debate? Who's making the better points here? Let us know when you call in with the questions and your comments and the public Q&A. The number is 646-716-7320. I want to hear from you, the people out there. And again, there's been people who were standing by for the very beginning of the show. That press number 1. We appreciate your patience. We're going to get to the public Q&A. But it's going to be the third rebuttal, part of this debate. And after that, I'm going to have the cross-examination. We're going to take an 8-minute intermission break. And then we're going to go to the public Q&A, the people out there. So let's get this third rebuttal in right now. Let's go back to Brother Judah. Go ahead.
All right. So you notice this dude, listen, for all of you guys out there who are like emotional, put aside your emotion and use your intellect. The reason why my wife got on and started reading the Torah in Japanese is to show that she's not serving the false god. Now, he does not serve Yahweh. Neither does his woman, okay, who has a child with another man, so he's actually committing adultery, okay? But that's another subject. Whose soul? The Torah is about the soul, not about the flesh. So if my wife serves Yahweh and prays to him, whose soul is more pleasing to the Most High Yahweh? Rob Rack, who blasphemes him and calls him Azazel, an Egyptian moon god, and a chicken stick, and Satan, or whatever else he says about the Most High, or my wife, who prays to the Most High. This is common sense. Remember, the Most High don't think like we think. He created all souls and all mankind. Now, again, this guy refuses to stick to the debate topic, which is race. He still hasn't, after this long spiel, he still hasn't spoken about race. I had to go explain where the idea of race comes from because this buffoon wouldn't go into the Torah and the prophets and show you where this idea of race comes from. That's the topic of the debate. He went through all this and all that and all this and all that. Listen, the fact of the matter is, you heard him say that Moses' children were mamzers. Now, let me ask you something. If this guy can't get the Torah, he can't get the Most High's name, you need to question whether or not this guy actually is an Israelite himself. It's not talking about who is an Israelite and who is not. Is he an Israelite? He can't get the name of Yahweh. It's commanded to keep the name of Yahweh in between thy eyes on thy forehead. Does he do that? No, he does not. He can't get any Hebrew. He don't have an actual Hebrew Torah. He's against all of that. He speaks against Moses' children and says that they are mamzers. And I told you what mamzers are. Now, let me show you something real quick. In Exodus 32, verse 10, Yahweh is going to destroy all of Israel and restart the nation through Moses and his children and wife. Now, if Moses' children were mamzers, which means that they're born from incest or adultery, then they wouldn't be able to, restart the nation. Remember, Exodus 32, verse 10, Yahweh is going to destroy all Israel and restart the nation through Moses and his children. Okay? Now, if they're mamzers, that totally just wipes out this buffoon's claims. He's a clown, okay, a bozo. Let's go to Genesis 38, verse 29 and 30. Judah, the fourth son of Jacob, had two sons by a Canaanite woman named Tamar. The two sons are Zerah and Perez. Genesis 46, verse 12. Zerah and Perez go with their father Judah and Jacob, their grandfather, as part of the 70 souls that came into Egypt. Now, wait a minute. What is this guy talking about? In 1 Chronicles, chapter 2, verse 5 and 6, and verses 5 through 15, shows King David's line through Perez, who was a Canaanite woman, or, the descent. Let's go to Ruth chapter 4, verse 12. Tamar the Canaanite bore Perez through Judah. Ruth chapter 4, verse 13, Boaz, an Israelite, took a Moabite princess named Ruth, or Rawaf, and they bore Obed, the father of Jesse, the father of King David. Now, according to this clown, King David is a mamzer. Moses' children are mamzers. Wait. Let's not even stop there. Keep in mind, too, he should act like the Most High didn't know. He doesn't know the future and the past or what's going to take place. In Exodus chapter, he's talking about the Midianites, too. When that Israelite got killed with the Midianite woman, they were worshiping idols. It wasn't because she was a Midianite. No, the plague broke out because the people were worshiping idols. That's what he's leaving out. See, he leaves out. He's trying to twist the scriptures to bend it. This is why he's avoiding the topic debate, or the debate. The topic of it. Hold on. Exodus 2, verse 16 and 21. Zipporah's wife, saved Moses' life. If Zipporah was an abomination, the Most High wouldn't have relented from killing Moses through his non-Israelite wife. Okay? This clown doesn't know what he's talking about. In 1 Chronicles chapter 23, verse 14, Moses' sons were counted as Levites. Numbers 3, verse 41, Levites are counted as the firstborn or chosen above all the tribes. Now, mamzers, who are not allowed to be a part of the congregation, wouldn't be allowed to be part of the top tribe in Israel. As all the other tribes get a physical share of the land, the tribe of Levi, Yahweh is their portion, so they get the spiritual property, so to speak. Okay? They teach all of Israel, Deuteronomy 33, verse 10. So this clown here is putting on a circus. And if you're a dum-dum, you're going to believe him. He still has not shown you the word race. That is the topic of the debate. He's trying to say because I explained where the concept of race came from white Europeans and not the Torah, he's trying to count that as an L. But no, he was like a little kid, and I had to clean up behind him. He refused to tell you or show you in the book what chapter and what verse race is in. And then he just rambled on. I let him talk for like a good 20 minutes about absolutely nothing. So this dude is getting beat up and down the ring, okay? I'm knocking this fool out into the cheap seats, okay? Come on, man. You can't tell me just sitting there being like, oh, this dude Rob is right. Rob is a clown. If Rob is right, then King David is a mamzer. Then that means all of you who honor King David, you're honoring a mamzer. You might as well put the Bible away and go join Islam or something. The Torah is not for you. His ancestors were the Moabites. Well, for all of you who honor Moses, put the Torah away. You can't use that because his children were Levites, but according to Rob, they're mamzers. So why is Rob reading the book of a man who had mamzers? This makes no sense at all. By the way, before I end this right now, Joseph married Asenath, the daughter of Pharaoh, which gave rise to the northern tribes. Well, according to Rob, they're all mamzers. So according to Rob, the whole congregation of Israel are mamzers. So why is he reading the Torah or reading the Bible at all? And with that, let's hear some more buffoonery, and, that's it. Freeze it.
All right, so this is the third rebuttal part of this debate, and after this, we're going to go into the cross-examination part of this debate where they're going to ask each other questions. And as I mentioned earlier, the stipulations are when they ask each other questions, you either answer yes or no and back it up with scriptures. I'm going to give the person answering the question 1 minute to answer the question, and once the 1 minute is up, you're going to hear this sound. And, of course, I'm going to utilize the mute button so there won't be any interruptions while brother's answering the question. But let's get into this third rebuttal part of this debate. Let's go to Rob. Go ahead.
All right, so he brought up Ruth. So this is Ruth 1:1. Okay, I'm not muted. Okay, now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled. Okay, so we'll go to Judges 3. And I'm going down to 28. Judges 3:28. Now, let me go to Ruth 1:1. Now, it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled. This is Judges 3:28. And he said unto them, follow after me, for the Most High have delivered your enemies, the Moabites, into your hand. And they went down after him, and took the fords of Jordan toward Moab, and suffered not a man to pass over. And they slew of Moab at that time about 10,000 men, all lusty, all men of valor, and there escaped not a man. So Moab was subdued that day under the hand of Israel, and the land had rest 80 years. Now it came to pass, this is Ruth 1:1. Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab. In the country, he just went to go live there. He and his wife and his 2 sons. Okay? So I'm going to go to Ruth 2. Or is it Ruth 3? Is that different? It's Ruth 3. I think it's Ruth 3 and 9. Oh, yeah, Ruth 3 and 9. Okay, Ruth 3 and 8. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said, who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thy handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. Okay, so I'm going to see what kinsman means. To do the part marrying a. So I'm looking for kinsman. Excuse me, my just buffering. Okay, I'll wait till it pops up. Let me go back to Ruth 3. So Ruth was a near kinsman. Okay, and it's still not. Okay, so Ruth was a kinsman. People think that the Most High is going to supersede His law. Now we became, we became a nation in Egypt. I was going to say Mitzrayim, but in Egypt we became a nation. So that was Ruth. Then he brought up Judah marrying a Canaanite. That's Genesis. I have to find that one. So let me go back to Numbers, because he said, now in for the definition of mamzer is what we would call the definition for bastard is mamzer. Okay, now in this definition it says bastard, child of incest, illegitimate child. Bastard, mixed population, figuratively, and then it says born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother, or vice versa. Okay, and then it says a mamzer, from an unused root meaning to alienate, a mongrel. Okay, so now we have a understanding that Ruth was an Israelite because she was living in the country of Moab when the Israelites defeated the Moabites. So just because she sojourned in that land, there was not a man. So that doesn't mean that she was a child from Lot. Okay, so I wanted to get to this before Numbers 4. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi after their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy thing. Okay? Now, brothers and sisters, ask yourself this. What did Moses do wrong that his children would not be serving in the tabernacle? What did they do wrong? They didn't do anything wrong. But yet we have no record of them serving in the tabernacle of the congregation. Why? Because if the Most High allowed their children to be, what incentive is it for the men to go get an Israelite woman if you could just do what Moses did? And then your children get to be in the tabernacle. Then when it comes time to fight against their nation, who's going to say, no, we need forgiveness and pray for Jesus? They are. Okay? So there's no record of Moses' children serving in the tabernacle, and they did nothing wrong. Now, mind you, Aaron, when Moses was talking to the Most High on the mount, Aaron was building a golden calf, trying to get the Israelites to worship the golden calf, an idol. Most High should have struck him down, but he didn't. Because the Most High knew, right? Like Judah says, the Most High knows all things. And I'm saying I know he does. That's why Moses' children weren't serving in the tabernacle. There's no record of it. Okay? So I can't wait to this question and answer. He keeps saying things like you need to prove race in the. We know, the children of Israel know, when we say don't race mix, that means you're not supposed to be coming to your family reunion with a white woman, with a Chinese woman, with a Japanese woman, with an Arab woman, with a Jewish woman. You're supposed to come with an Israelite. That's why the bloodline is so important. The Most High didn't choose Noah because he knew all the laws, statutes, and commandments back and forth. He chose him because he was perfect in his generation. Brothers and sisters, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, this guy's full of emotion. As you can see, he wants to berate people and things like this. But when you guys call in and ask questions, it's going to be a wonderful time because we got to answer those. All right? So with that, I end it. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And don't race mix, and you know what I'm talking about.
All right, people, let's jump right into this cross-examination part of this debate, and after this, we're going to take an 8-minute intermission break, and we're going to go to the people out there that's been waiting patiently. Once again, I appreciate everybody that's waiting, and I can't wait to hear from you guys, listening audience out there that's been pressing number 1. We're going to add you to the conversation. We have like 37 minutes left on the air, people. What that means is if you're listening on social media, if you're listening on Blog Talk, after 37 minutes is up, we're going to go into the overtime part of the show. And the only way to hear the overtime part of the show is by calling in via phone or via Skype or by checking out the archives later on when we put it on YouTube or, check out the archives on Blog Talk Radio. So, again, we have like 36 minutes now on the air for everybody to hear the show live. But once the time is up, you're going to have to call in to hear the rest of the show. Of course, I'm going to let you guys know before the time runs out when to call in to hear the rest of the show. But for the cross-examination part of this debate, it's to, address Rob Brack's request earlier. Due to time constraints, we are unable to add any more time to the cross-examination part of this debate. So, it's got to be set as 10 minutes each. But being that Judah, raced through his some of his opening statements and things of that nature, that gives the listening audience actually more time to call in and address anything that they want to, address. So, it's good for the listening audience out there. We appreciate you guys for standing by. So let's go to the cross-examination. We're going to start off with Judah asking questions to Rob Brack. All right? So let's go. Go ahead.
Okay. So Moses' children were Mamzers.
Yes.
Where in the scriptures, they're Mamzers, okay, right? Where in the scriptures does it says Ruth was an Israelite?
Oh, it doesn't say Ruth was an Israelite. What it does say is that she was near kinsman. Ruth 3:9.
Does anybody hear this buffoonery? I said, where does it say Ruth was an Israelite?
It does not say Ruth was an
Israelite. Where, okay.
Where does it say Moses?
Where is the word race? Where is the word race in the Torah and prophets?
The word
one at a time,
race.
One at a time, people. Okay, one at a time. Okay.
The word race is not mentioned as far as dealing with nation. So when I said the title, it is not mentioned. It is not mentioned in the scriptures. By race, the children of Israel know that I meant nations. They know that other nations essentially are other races of people. That's my answer.
Now, I want you listening audience out there to hear the buffoonery. This is sheer buffoonery. He said that it's not in the scripture. We're supposed to be dealing with the scriptures. This dude has no answers for the scriptures. No, let me ask you again. Joseph married the Pharaoh's daughter, Asenath, which gave rise to the northern kingdom tribes. Are they Mamzers too?
Correct.
They're mixed.
Hold on. But watch this. Watch this.
I'm sorry, yes or no? Are they Mamzers too? Wait. Are they Mamzers too?
Rob. Let him get his question out. This is his time. Let me ask you the question. Go ahead, Judah. Ask the question.
Yeah, you hear that? See, my brother's getting emotional. Joseph married Asenath, the daughter of Pharaoh, which gave birth to the 10 tribes of Israel, the northern tribes called Ephraim. Are they Mamzers too? Yes or no?
Yes. Now listen. Yes, they are. Can I?
Stand by.
Yes. Now listen.
Yeah, guys, you can answer the question.
Now let me finish. Now I'm going to say yes. Now I'm going to read a verse in the chapter. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. But thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Most High in their third generation.
Wait. So please, you're telling the people that Moses' children, who are counted as Levites, are mamzers. That's not in the scriptures. You're telling the people that the 10 tribes, the northern tribes of Ephraim, they're mamzers. That's not in the scripture.
Yeah, the first two generations. The first two generations, yes, they were.
I'm sorry. No. Joseph took an Egyptian wife, and they gave birth to the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom. You said they are mamzers. You said this on air. Everybody heard you. Now everyone knows you're a bozo. Okay, so basically what you're saying is the whole congregation of Israel pretty much are mamzers. So let me ask you a question. What are you doing reading the Torah if it's a book of mamzers? Can you answer that?
Am I unmuted?
You got, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Deuteronomy 23:7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation, I'm going to read it as written, shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation. Now the children from Egyptians and the children from Edomites will be accepted into the congregation in their third generation. We are well past the third generation. Therefore, today, those children are not mamzers. Next question.
So a person that married a white woman from 3 generations ago, those children are Israelites then, right? You said that Blake, I forgot his last name, if he had a kid, he married a white woman, if his kid marries a white woman, and then that kid marries a white woman, what are those children are not Israelites? That's what you said, so you're a hypocrite, okay? An Edomite, right? So that would mean, according to you, his great-great-grandson, if he married a white woman, those kids are still Israelites, because you just said that they are not Israelites, according to your logic. Listen, guy, you just put your foot in your mouth. You're basically saying the whole nation of Israel are mamzers. You can't prove that Ruth wasn't Israelite. She was not. She was a Moabitess princess, just like Asenath was an Egyptian princess who gave birth to, you're trying to tell the Israelite congregation that Ephraim and Manasseh were mamzers. This is what you're telling people, man. You're a clown. Listen, you need to go into Israel.
Are you going to ask a question, or are you just going to speak?
You got to ask more questions, Judah. Got to ask some questions.
Because I need to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, ask a question.
Okay. Let me ask you again. The topic of the debate is race. Please show a scripture, please, just one, of the word race, please. Just one. That's all I'm asking. I'm begging, just one, please.
There is no scripture with describing the word race. Race.
So you're taking
for the title of the race for the title. Race for the title of the video was chosen for view's sake. So when people say, "Oh, race mixing," they knew that intermarriage and the product of intermarriage was just children through different nations. Now, you talked about Blake Griffin. Number one, you need to prove that Blake Griffin's mom is an Edomite. Okay, that's number one. Okay, no, listen. You said that because you equated somebody white with being an Edomite. I don't do that because there's different groups of white people. So I'm not going to say, because his wife could be, let's say, German. So the Germans might be the only true white people that ain't Edomites. Just saying, giving an example. Therefore, that argument is null and void. Now, if an Israelite marries an Egyptian, okay, now that child is Egyptian and Israelite. Now, if that child goes out and gets an Israelite, and then that child goes out and get an Israelite, in the third generation, they are in the congregation, in the gathering. That's what that means.
All right, next question, Judah. Next question. Go ahead.
Man, this guy's running out of. He's not. Hey, it's disappointing, man. I thought this guy was going to come with some scriptures and all this, but all we're getting is it's not in the scripture. So I don't even know what to say. Let me ask another question. Was King David a mamzer? Because his grandmother was a Moabitess, and you said yourself you can't prove that she was an Israelite through scripture. So was King David a mamzer?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The answer to is King David a Mamzer. The answer is no. The answer to is Ruth a Moabite is no. She was born in the country of Moab. She was not a Moabite as far as from the nation.
Can you prove that with scripture?
Give me a second. Ask another question, but give me a second to answer it. I know. Ruth 1:22. So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, with her, which returned out of the country of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem in the beginning of barley harvest. So they went into the land, right? So Naomi had a kinsman of her husband. Naomi was an Israelite, correct? Okay, yes. But she had a kinsman of her husband. Okay. So if Naomi had a husband who had a kinsman, and then you go down and you go to Ruth chapter 3, verse 9, and it says, I am Ruth thy handmaid, spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. That right there lets you know that Ruth is an Israelite. Next question. Goodness gracious, I don't see how you don't get that, but hey.
Okay, wait. Let me clear something up. In Ruth chapter 1, verse 14, it says that Ruth and Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. So she said, look, your sister-in-law has returned to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you, to turn back from following you. I will go where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people are my people, and your God is my God, showing that Ruth was not an Israelite, okay? You're out of your mind. You're trying to, like twist up the scriptures to fit something. Let me get to another question, because this guy's, hey.
All right, people, once again, it's the cross-examination part of this debate. And remember, right after this, we're going to take an 8-minute break, and we're going to come back to you, the listening audience out there, and hear what you guys got to say. Again, once you call in, there's no foul language. Keep it clean, keep it professional. We're going to hear from the people out there. Hopefully, you guys took down some notes from both ends. What do you guys think? Let us know. The number is 646-716-7320. But now we're going to go to Rob Brack, who's going to ask questions to Judah Natzarah. So let's go to Rob Brack right now and open up the phone lines. Rob, you can ask your questions. Go ahead.
Okay, in Ruth chapter 3, now we're on verse 11, and it says, and now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people does know that thou art a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman. Howbeit, there is a kinsman nearer than I. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning, that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well, let him do the kinsman part. But if he would not do the part of a kinsman to thee, then I will do the part of a kinsman to thee, as the Lord liveth. Lie down until the morning. Now, that's now my question, because I'm going to get the law. Now, my question is, how can someone do the part of a kinsman if they're for land allotment if they're not an Israelite?
Because the Moabites are kinsmen to the Israelites.
May I have that in scriptures?
Abraham and Lot. It was his nephew. That's you know that Lot was related to Abraham. This is where you get Moab and Ammon from, Lot. So that answers your question, fella.
Oh, okay.
If she was not an Israelite, wait, you just read something. You just read something too. I'm sorry. You just read something.
You're answering a question?
It just showed. Hold on, I'm answering the question. You just showed here. It says, "I am your redeemer." Okay, your redeemer, which is a redeemer. A person. Ruth was not an Israelite. Her
to redeem her so she can have children, right? To redeem her so she can have children.
So she can serve. No, because she served. She served the Most High. She did not serve the gods of her people.
Next question, Rob. Garrett.
Okay. The question is, what nation, according to the Bible, are the Japanese?
I have no clue. I know they speak some Hebrew. I know they speak some Hebrew words. There's many Hebrew words in the Japanese language, but we don't know. Israel spread to all four corners of the earth, so you can't tell who is who.
Oh, okay. So you are not 100% correct. Okay, so now we don't know who is who, right? So I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 28. Do you agree that the curses are upon the children of Israel forever until the Most High takes us and delivers us?
Yes.
Okay. Which curses do the Japanese fit? And do they fit all of the curses, like the children of Israel in America?
Be specific.
Do the Japanese people fit the curses as described in Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68?
There are some that do, yes.
Is that some that do include your wife?
Yes, my wife is not of the higher status of Japanese.
So your wife is an Israelite?
I don't know.
So you don't
Japan is one of the richest countries. Japan is one of the richest countries in the world, but my wife's family, at least on her mother's side, they are part of the upper class, but the father is not.
Okay. Okay. So the mom is part of the upper class. Okay. So Japan is one of the richest nations. In Deuteronomy 28:16, it says, "Cursed thou shalt be in the city, and cursed thou shalt be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." How do they fit the first two curses?
There are many. Well, I'm sorry. I'll answer your question. Are all countries with homogeneous with one?
You just asked me a question. You can't do that.
Yeah,
Answer my question.
there's no. Here's your answer. There's no country that is homogeneous. So there are people from here, there are people from there, there are people from here in Japan. They're not one people. So to say Japanese is like saying American. Which one? There are different types of so-called Americans.
So basically, okay, we're getting the point, brothers and sisters. You hear that? He knows his wife.
We don't know.
Don't talk until I ask you a question, okay, boy? Now
okay,
just wait.
Go ahead.
Here's another question. Now this is going to be totally off topic, and you can answer it if you want to. You don't have to.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Is Yahawashah different from Jesus?
I refuse to answer. That's stupid.
Okay. Where is the scripture that provides the biblical proof that the northern tribes came to the side of the world called America and brought abroad on rowboats?
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1, I think. Israel spread to the four corners of the nation, if I'm not mistaken. Or for four corners of the world, if I'm not mistaken. It may be Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1. So,
okay.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1, that's not the answer to the question.
No, that's not it. I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
I know you made a mistake. It's cool. We'll just mark that down as a mistake, as a faux pas. Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Isaiah 11:11, it says, it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble all the outcasts of Israel and gather all the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Now, is she part of Judah?
I have no clue. But Japan is in the islands of the sea.
But is she part of Judah? Because I can go. Oh, you don't know. Okay, just checking.
What?
That's pretty cool. Calm down.
I'm fine. You're right. That is 11 verse 12. I'm sorry. Yeah,
okay.
11 verse 12.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. That's why I went there for you.
Islands of the sea. Where is that?
What part of the game do you get to ask me questions when I get to ask you questions? What part of the game is that?
I'm answering your question. Islands of the sea.
Okay, hold on. Now, let me. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, this Rob trying to ask questions. Okay, Rob.
Yeah. Okay, according to Rob believes that the 12 tribes, all of them, are Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Is your father a Negro?
Yes.
Is your mother a Negro?
Yes. Mixed.
What? I didn't catch that last part. What kind of Indian? Because
let Judah explain. You got a minute to answer. Give him a minute to answer. Okay, Judah.
Mm-hmm. My mother's mixed with Indian.
Okay, that's the answer to the question. Now, here's another part of the question. When you say Indian, do you mean the Indian as far as the Mongoloid Asian Indian or the Negro Aboriginal Native American? Like which one when you say Indian?
I can't find Mongoloid or Negro in the Torah, so I can't answer that.
Basically, okay, if I was to pull out a picture of an Indian from the Tomahawk tribe and they look like a Mexican, is that what you mean your mother is mixed with? Now I understand. Okay, so my question is, are you an Israelite? Third generation?
I teach the Torah, so obviously I must be. You don't.
Obviously, no. The Torah is where the laws is kept. Do you teach the laws?
Yes.
You do? Okay, I believe that to be a lie. Do you teach the Kabbalah?
No.
That temple man that you have, does that come from the Luxor temple man?
No.
Okay, just checking. What scripture says that the Torah and the tabernacle is the temple man?
Ezekiel 43, verse 10. Psalm 19, I think, verse... Oh, hold on. Let me get to that. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me get to
I want to see temple man. I'm looking for temple man.
Okay, Ezekiel 43, verse 10.
Ezekiel what?
Ezekiel 43, verse 10. Wait, hold on. Psalm 19, verse 5. Hold on, we're not done.
Okay, I get it.
I'm answering your question. Let me answer your question. Psalm 27, verse 4. Psalm 26, verse 8. Ezekiel was the Exodus chapter.
All right, people, once again, this is Debate Talk Radio, and now you heard it. You heard both topics, name of the Most High, and does Torah approve race mixing? Now it'll be your time when we come back from the public Q&A to ask your questions and your comments. By the way, people, we have like 14 minutes on the air, guys. 14 minutes on the air. We're going to take an 8-minute intermission break right now, 8-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to go to you guys, the people out there. So again, like I said earlier, once the time runs out, if you want to hear the rest of the show live, you're going to have to call in by dialing that number, 646-716-7220. You can call in via phone, or you can use Skype to call in to hear the rest of the show, and you can even chime in by pressing number 1. But we're going to take an 8-minute break right now, and when we come back, we're going to go to the people out there that's been standing by patiently. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back after these messages. Stand by.
Welcome to the planets of debates. Debate Talk Radio.
Peace and shalom. This is Imuna Yisrael from the Sunshine State, and I am tuned into Debate Talk for You, the place where you can get intellectual exchange with no profanity. I love it. One.
Yeah, shalom. I want to give a shout out to Sal at Debate Talk for You. What's going on? Hey, Debate Talk for You is where it's at. Get your verses straight. Put yourself on record. Come on board. Present what you got. If anyone try to cut you off, Sal will just mute that guy's mic. He'll let you express what you got. He'll let you present what you studied for. Let the audience decide if what you got, is inside the scriptures. Debate Talk for You. Once again, shout out to Sal. Terrific job. Hey, you can press number 1 or find yourself on a lion's den.
Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Achad. Shalom, this is Brother Jason of the Hand of Yah Ministries, where the name of Yahuwah is proclaimed. And I want to thank Sal Showtime for allowing the Heavenly Father to use him and his show, Debate Talk for You, as a meeting place for people around the world to hear scriptural truth. If this show has been a blessing in your life as it has been in mine, send a donation to the ministry and support the work. Keep up the good work, Sal, and may Yahuwah bless us all.
What it do, people? It's your boy B. Lit Dive, and I'm chilling over here with my man, Sal Showtime, man. And I'm just here to let y'all know that there's only one place that you need to go to hear the word from the word, man. And that's at Debate Talk for You, man. I'm going to slow it down, man, because a lot of people slow. I speak fast because I'm from New York, but, I'm going to slow it down, man. That's Debate Talk for You, hosted by my man, Sal Showtime. You dig? Keep it tuned, man. You already know what it is.
Greatness attracts greatness. Talk with the Titans host here, Callum L. And you're now locked into Debate Talk for You Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Michelle from PA, checking out Debate Talk for You Radio. Shout out to Sal Showtime. God bless.
My name's Kiaja, and if you want to hear the best debates in the world, come check out Debate Talk for You, hosted by my dad, Sal Showtime. Bye.
Peace and assalamu alaikum. This is Raheem Ali, your expert investigative reporter. Checking out the Lion's Den, Debate Talk for You, with your great host, Sal Showtime.
Listen to the book. Come on, son, give me what you got.
Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint. Rich jeans make a withdraw at the holy bank. It's never black or white, cause when it do, it stink. I'm in the body of Yeshaya, I don't need a ring. Now let's open the book, the Psalms 5 and 5. He hate the workers and the work, better quit your job. He hate the sin, but love the sinner. Are you out your mind? 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 9. Spot up in the kingdom trying to earn me one. A sinner can't get his prayers heard. John 9:31. The righteous should barely make it. So what happens to sinners? Once your soul goes dim, then it gets grimmer. Pray I don't get cut, I wanna make the team. 1 Peter 4 and 18. Amen. Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint. Amen. Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint. Amen. I'ma die a saint, but I was born a sinner. Trying not to fall, skip straight to winner. On the road to redemption, that trail is getting thinner. They gave me some nonsense, I hit return to sender.
That's just a sucker move. When you get through the average out 3 paycheck versus paying 10% over a year, they beat you out of more money. That's right. Sit down and make a fool out you.
Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint. Amen. Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint. Amen. Born a sinner, but I'ma die a saint.
Shalom, shalom, Sal Showtime, and all the Debate Talk for You listening audience. This is Mikael Ben Yisrael, yours truly, coming straight out of Chi-Town. LG Love all day. This is the best show in the nation that brings the young conscious minds to awaken the dead. Keep doing your thing, Showtime. We're going to keep bringing in truth. In Jesus' name, the Mashiach. Shalom to all the nation of Israel.
Where we came from, we ain't know how we got here. They all know. We came on the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. Hey, the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. Where we came from, we ain't know how we got here. They all know. We came on the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. Hey, the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. They say get on your knees, they say get on the floor. They said go get them chains, cause now it's time to rope. Now line up in single file, let's separate the men now. Let's destroy their county population begins now. Now let's tell them our history, cause this is our story. They fell from their glory, now this is our glory. This is our rule, this is our reign. So bye bye to your home, you'll never see it again. And don't you dare try to blame us. You did it to your own self, Where we came from, we ain't know how we got here. They all know. We came on the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. Hey, the bottom of the belly of the slave ship. Where we came from, we ain't know how we got here. They all know. We came on the bottom of the belly of the bottom of the belly of the bottom of the belly of the bottom of the belly. I like to welcome y'all to Jacob Trouble. Cursed in the city and everywhere that we go. Cursed in the field that we work so hard to send to. But we don't reap the benefits for what we put into. They try to blame the system, but it ain't their fault. We disobeyed our power, that's the reason for our fall. That's the reason for it all, why we don't know who we are. But this is the last day, so that feather's coming off. So we can't hate our brother Esau, and we can only blame ourselves for what we go through. This is more than what the media tries to show you. This is ancient history, it's on repeat too.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Sal Showtime, and we are back with a brand new season of Debate Talk for You Radio. This is officially season 6 of Debate Talk for You. I want to welcome everybody to the show. I want everybody to go to the website, www.blogtalkradio.com/Debate Talk for You. Check out the schedule, and you can keep us on the air by sending your donations. Go to www.paypal.com. Use the email debatetalkforyou@gmail.com. We have listeners all across the globe. Get your pen and pads ready and enjoy the show.
All right, so we're back once again, people. By the way, we have only 4 minutes on the air. People, again, if you're listening via social media, if you're listening on Blog Talk, you're going to have to call in and hear the rest of the show live. Again, number is 646-716-7320. Again, you got to call in before the time runs out. We're going to go to the people out there. It's the public Q&A time. I'm going to hear what you guys got to say. And once again, keep it clean, keep it professional, no foul language. So let's go to the first person. Let's see who's here. Let's go to 702, I'm sorry. 702-613, you're live in air.
Good evening, Sal. How are you doing again? This is PQ here out in Las Vegas. Rob, you did a decent job. Don't get mad at yourself about anything because Scripture's always going to trump yelling and screaming. We have to learn that studying the Word, it takes a long time, and Judah's a well-learned, I'm going to call him a professional because the trickster knows how to convince a young man to get off his game. Rob, keep bringing him scriptures. Keep showing him through the scripture that what you're saying is true. I find myself in a precarious predicament. I'm a mixed marriage family, and the word is what it says. We are not supposed to mix, and race is a trick word. They change a lot of words so that you get off your game. even though he doesn't like the word race, race means nation. He knows it as well as we do. He knows that we're not supposed to mix. I cannot change my situation because I'm in it, and I will not change it because it's not time. He also knows that there's no word in the book for Yahweh Shah or any of that. I have the Tanakh, and everywhere where it should say the name, it says Hashem, and there's no such word as Yahweh Shah or Bashimini Shabbat. So keep teaching the best you can. Judah is a trickster, and don't let him do the street thing that he did to you tonight. We know how to play the dozens too. You did a good job. You didn't get mad. Thank you very much for putting on a great show, Sal.
I appreciate your call. Let's go to Rob Rack. Rob, you can reply.
How you doing, brother PK? You guys got hold on. I apologize. People calling and stuff. I apologize. I'm in my car. Thank you, brother PK. And no disrespect to anybody out there who are in certain situations. You know, my main thing is just don't teach the younger brothers and sisters that it's okay to do things that if you knew better, you wouldn't make that same choice. That's my whole thing. You know, like I said, I'm not out here telling people split your family up. You know, I'll say that to Judah because of, you know, who he is. But, you know, brother, come on now, what are you doing? But brother PK, you know, all praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I already know you're going to be blessed. And, you know, the congregation is just a gathering, okay? So, you know, that's all that means. That doesn't mean that your child is not going to be great or anything of that nature. So thanks for the support, brother. And also for any of you other brothers out there who's going to call in and say something towards me, if you have a YouTube account, please let me know what your YouTube name is so that I can know who I'm dealing with. That was.
All right, once again, people, let's let you know we got like 20 seconds before we go off the air. You got to call in right away. Again, if you didn't call in yet, call in now before we go out the air. And you have to call in to hear the rest of the show, 646-716-7320. Well, let's see. Let's go to Judah. Where is he at on the switchboard here? Okay. Go ahead, Judah. You can reply.
Yeah, that's really messed up that this guy, this is one of the remedialites who obviously doesn't have any common sense. His leader, Rob Roach, failed to, you know, race is a concept created by Europeans, and that's the topic of the debate. Rob didn't know that. So when I hit him with that show, Race in the Torah, he was confounded. He didn't know what to do. He doesn't know who is an Israelite and who is not. Israel's been spread about. He said his idea is he thinks that all Israel are Negroes. But you can tell this guy has never been off his block. You know, I've been around the world. I've been in Europe. I've been to Asia. You know, there are you know, you don't know who is who. You don't know. It says Israel's a hidden people. So this guy just picks a modern name and says, oh, well, you know, this is who they are. That's just a national name. You don't know who them people are in that particular country. So this guy called me a trickster. Come on, man. I proved nothing but Scripture. Your boy is the one who said more than 5 times, I can't prove that with Scripture. So he's going to give Rob the pep talk, but Rob got washed, just like I said he was going to do, because I came in the name of Yahweh, okay, and he came in the whatever God he supposedly believes in. And that's my reply.
All right, people, we're going to go to the people out there. Again, this is public Q&A time where you can call in with your questions, your comments. We're in the overtime part of the show right now, so we still have like an hour and change to get some of your questions and comments. So I'm going to get as much people as possible. Again, this is your time. All you got to do is press number 1 and we'll add you in. Let's go to the next person, though. Let's go to 678-544. You're live on the air on Debate Talk Radio. 678-544. Hold on. I think it's a technical issue here. Hold on 1 second. 678. All right, there you go. 678-544. You're live in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Ward of Swarsman. What's going on? That was good. All right, how you doing, Sal? Yeah, that was a good debate, man. Both y'all brothers and me, man. Y'all both brilliant brothers, man. Well studied. You know, y'all both had some good arguments. But I'm going to throw something at both of you guys to see how y'all deal with it.
First one I'm going to go with is Judah. Judah, you said that you needed a scripture that used the word race, okay? What I'm going to give you is a scripture in the King James Apocrypha, and we all know that the King James Apocrypha is a book of the Bible. It's in the Bible. You can buy it in the Bible. And when you read 2 Ezra, the 8th chapter, around the 69th verse, it have the exact same thing that Brother Rob Rack pulled out in Ezra 9. The exact same thing that Ezra said is the same prophet. So I'm going to read this, okay? This is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 26, verses 19. It says, My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, thy field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Verse 21. So thy race, I'm going to read that again. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified. So there's the word race right there in the King James Apocrypha. So it is in there. Now, for Brother Rob Rack, I want you to answer Deuteronomy 21 from 10 to 11, because it tells you in there, if you go to war and you see a beautiful woman that's of your enemies, that you can take her, shave her hair, and make her your wife. So if somebody threw that to you while you was teaching, how would you wiggle out of that?
All right, so let's start off with Judah, the question for Judah. Okay. Yeah, Judah.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, brother. I do have the Apocrypha to myself as well. You cannot show a Hebrew word for the word race. You have a English from a Latin translation. They also have the word Christ also in there. That's not in the Hebrew. You can't find that in the Hebrew. Christ and Messiah are two different meanings. So, yes, it says race in there, but we all know that Israel is not a race. They are a mixture of people that formed to be a nation. We come from Sumeria. So, no, that doesn't, that's just a bad translation. You have to show in the Strong's Concordance the word race where that would be used, or show a Hebrew copy of that where we can study the Hebrew and find the word race. That's all I've been trying to get out of this guy. Where is the word race in the Strong's Concordance or in the Torah and the prophets? You can't give me an English or Latin translation of that. Okay.
Yeah, Water Swords, but you still on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay. I just thought you wanted to see the word race. I didn't know you wanted it in Hebrew. That's all good, though. Go ahead, Rob Rack. Okay. You can go for the next one.
Hello. I'm not sure. Hello. Yeah, I'm not sure if. Okay. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Deuteronomy 21. Let me get it. I'm driving. Deuteronomy 21. I know what you're talking about when it says when thou goes forth to war. Well, my response to that is that if you can point out the year that the last war that the Israelites had. Okay, now war you go forth as a nation to fight against other nations. Okay, brother, not one Israelite funking with a couple of Egyptians and you beat them up and you took their sisters and married them. Okay, that's number one. Also, number two, there isn't any Israelite that I can think of that went to war and came home with a woman and shaved her head. Okay, usually what brothers do is they would, however she is, they'll take her as she comes. If she has short hair, she has short hair. If she has long hair, she has long hair. If her nails are done, they'll just take her as such. Nobody applies that. And so basically all I'm saying is it's been at least 2,000-3,000 years, 2,500 years since the children of Israel went forth to war as a nation, according to the Most High. That's my answer.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is, like when you read this, it said any time they went to war, and the thing is, it's very rare a man would see a woman he desired when he went to war. And they had a law on how you deal with that. That's Torah law. And this woman was of another nation. So that's why I threw it to you, because you said that a man couldn't take a woman of another nation. But how did we have a law when you went to war and you saw a woman that you like of another nation, you could make her your wife? So that kind of contradicts what you said.
Well, no, not necessarily, because what I'm trying to convey is the simple fact that the children of Israel haven't went to a war. That says if you win, okay, when was the last time the Israelites won a war? Because the children of Israel have been holding on to these curses for a long time now. That means we haven't been following the law, statutes, and commandments. And if you don't do that, then the Most High is not going to allow you to win a war. Okay, brother? So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I have no problem with that. I have no problem if the Israelites went out as one and fought these white people, because I will do what it takes to fight for the children of Israel and for the Most High. But we ain't doing that. We marching. We throwing picket signs up. Okay, so we haven't won anything. Okay, so I understand that scripture is in there, but we haven't won any war. We lost. We've been taking L's for the longest because we don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's hopefully that should suffice. If not, let me know.
All right, we got some more. We have some more people standing by. Let's go to the people out there again. The number is 646-716-7320. We got to go to the next person. Let's go to 540-439. You're live on air.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, hi Israel. I go by the name Eclectic Cabinet on YouTube, and I really did not want to pick up the phone and call in, but I just wanted to say that you did a really good job, Rob, dealing with the deflections, and I just want to point out to Israel that you cannot use a straw man argument in order to win a debate. You just can't do that. The word race originated in the 16th century, and we all know what it refers to. So you can't just keep harping on that to prove a point, because it just proves that you're just trying to avoid the reality of the situation, which is fine. You're trying to protect your family, but we need to protect our nation. And I'd just like to ask Rob, who is Yawahashi Jesus? And that's all.
Thank you, sis. I know it probably took a lot for you to call in, and thank you for the support that you've been showing me and the information that you brought forth to me. Yahushai is Yahushai is a Hebrew name that they gave, that these One West camps gave Jesus, because when they talk about Yahushai, they always mention the things that Jesus did. And what Judah did was he took the I off of Yahushai and replaced it with Yahushua. So basically, when you're dealing with Judah, you're dealing with someone who believes in Jesus. And he says that he taught the Torah. So that's pretty, that's pretty weird that, he didn't want to answer that question. But it's okay. That's a good thing, though. But thanks for calling in, sis. And, don't ever forget, Yahushai is Jesus. That was it.
All right, we appreciate your call. Let's go to Judah right now. Let's go to Judah. We open up his line. Go ahead, Judah.
These are remedialites who are always on Rob's page. This is the Black Neo-Nazi crew. You can find them on various white Satanist channels, learning from them. Listen, this guy chose the topic race. If he would have chosen the topic nation, he still would have got beat anyways, because they were mixing nations. Israel is a mixed nation. There's certain Negroes who can pass for Arabs. There are Negroes who can pass for Hamites. There are Negroes who can pass for whites. There are, come on, man. Like, this dude is just talking about, this is foolishness. They don't know who is an Israelite and who is not. This dude don't keep no commandments. He don't invoke the name Yahweh, so he may not even be an Israelite himself. Neither does any of the circle. They don't invoke the name Yahweh. In fact, they make fun of the name Yahweh, and they call him chicken, snake, God, and the demon, and Azazel, and all this. So we got to be wary about people who use terms like race. This is a topic that he chose, race, and he got beat by it because he couldn't prove it with the Torah and the prophets, which I asked him 1,000 times, can you please show that in the Torah? So she came on and was like, he's making a straw man argument. That's not a straw man argument. This is a topic that he chose, and he got beat. Then that's just what it is. He can't prove the word race. That's his topic. He didn't say nation. So I advise you guys to get off the Luciferianism, stay off those neo-Nazi sites, and have Edgar Spandex and his Kabbalah studying butt get in here and ask a stupid question. They're talking about Jesus and all this other kind of mess. This is what happens when you're licking your wounds. Okay? I told you, don't come down here messing with these people. All right? You should have let Debo keep that mic. That's what happened. You get knocked out. Next question.
All right, we're taking questions out there from people all across the globe. We have a lot of people standing by, so we got to go to the next person. Let's go to 830-708. You're live on air. 830-708.
Oh, yeah, please. This is Brother Josh, a.k.a. Yahweh Shai. I'd just like to say that, all due respect, peace and style, man. This is a great debate. This is one of the best debates that I've ever heard. And peace to that Brother Judah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they can deal with your blade, man. Like, you coming with some spiritual stuff, and they just not listening to you, man. They not intact with you, man, because they talking some stuff talking about races in the Bible. It ain't talk nothing about no race in the Bible. And this is for Rob. If you hate the whites so much, why aren't you out there killing them? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, you talk like you doing the commandments and stuff, but you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't doing nothing. You on this debate trying to prove something that you can't even prove. And to the sister that just called you talking about who is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai just means Joshua. It don't in Jesus' name they say it was Joshua. That's all that means. Don't take it in any other way. You know what I'm saying? But I just like to give all praises to Yahweh, man, because I don't know what y'all are hearing out there, y'all Sherrod, man, but y'all need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because this is serious stuff, man. Serious. You know what I'm saying? And peace, Judah. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Peace, Sal. Peace, Judah. Peace, Yahweh Shai. And you, Rob, you say you don't hate the brother, but you hate him. And it's all in your voice, bro. So you need to quit that. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Peace, y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Judah, you can respond.
We know. Thank you, brother. I know we got some brothers out there that were paying attention. You know, you heard them say it numerous times. I can't prove that with Scripture. But, me, Sal, and Rob Roach all agreed that we were going to deal with the Scriptures. Now, this dude's talking about it's not in the Scriptures. I can't prove that. It's not in the Scriptures. I can't prove that. Well, then you lost. I mean, like everyone who's paying attention seeing that the dude lost. So anyone coming in being like, Rob, you did a good job. Listen, losing is not winning, up is not down, and left is not right. This dude is getting his face beat off, plain and simple. Like the brother said, these dudes are not spiritual. They're not keeping any commandments. They don't love Yahweh, which is the very first commandment. It's totally fraudulent. So I'll let the fraud speak.
Yeah. What is your name on YouTube, the caller?
Hello?
Yeah, what is your name on YouTube?
Josh.
Oh, the J-A-H guy. Yeah. I would expect that. You don't understand. You don't get the scriptures. Okay, so number one, the only people who are on Team Judah are the people who have non-Israelite wives, the people who believe in Jesus, and the people who study the Kabbalah. Which one are you?
Word? Really? You don't even know anything about me, yo. Where does that statement even come from?
I just asked you some questions.
You said only people who are down with Judah are the ones who have non-Israelite wives?
Uh-huh. And then I said they also believe in Jesus. And so I said, which one are you?
Well, I believe in
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in Yahweh Shai?
Yahweh Shai is Joshua.
Oh, so Yahweh Shai is Joshua. So why don't they just say Joshua or Yeshua?
Because it's written in English, you fool.
Oh, okay, I get it. So what scripture says Yahweh Shai? Can you point me out to the scripture since, Judah is your master teacher? Yeah. Point it out.
This is the kind of games you play with your people, huh?
I asked you a simple question.
All right, fellas. We got to go to the next person. A lot of people standing by, man. Once again, the number is 646-716-7320. Let's go to 225-428. You're live on the air.
Yeah, what's up? Peace, Sal, man. It's Amberkai.
Hey,
what up, Rob, bro? I'm cooling. But I don't really have much to say about the whole name of the Most High segment of the debate. because that whole issue was a straw man maneuver used to redirect and alter the original debate topics. And we all know, if y'all been keeping up with the thread, we all know what the original topics is. Breaking down the Khazarian bastardized language doesn't count as a win. It sounds good. Don't get me wrong, it does sound good when you can speed talk your way, through a situation, but you basically swinging in the air like Trayon Boys in the Hood. And Ezra 10 shut down intermarriage on any level. So if you got a problem with the scriptures being brought out, you got a problem with the Most High. You could try to, swindle your way out of it, but it don't work. You understand? That's why Natzarah basically forfeited second segment and kept talking about the word race instead of addressing the scriptures being brought out. He kept saying race this, race that. But come on, about 3 people that said it already. We all know what race is. Even if it's not in the scriptures, you know what we talking about, intermarriage. But I got a question for Judah, though, because he like to run. I want to ask you something, Judah, bro. Is your wife an Ethiopian?
No.
So, why do you keep on comparing yourself to Moses in his situation if your wife is not an Ethiopian?
My wife is not an Egyptian either. The point that do you want me to answer your question? Because I'm a man that keeps the Torah. I teach the Torah, and I have a questionable. We don't know if she's an Israelite or not because Israel is spread to all 4 corners of the nation. Now, you guys are trying to get off the race thing. This is what your leader picked, fella. Amakai, listen, pay attention, brother. Hey, put the blunt down, brother, and pay attention. We don't know what race means. Okay? No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. We don't know what race means. Race. When they say black race, they mean everybody who is of dark hue, which means it's not national, it means race. So when they say race, they mean so-called Negroes, so-called Ethiopians, so-called Sudanese, so-called Bushmen, so-called Khoisan, everybody who looks like a so-called...
Judah.
Hold on, brother. Let me ask you a question, brother.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Listen, you're running and you're ducking, just like your leader. He said race. So when they say race, you know what race means. This was the topic that he chose because he thought he was going to skunk his way through it.
All right, you said that 5 times.
Hold on, brother. But you guys act like you can't hear. Everybody heard me say to him, find the word race in the Torah. You can't say, oh, well, we all know what race means. No, we don't know what race means.
Man.
If you said nationality,
look, dude.
Race
basically, what I was saying
nationality.
is your wife for Ethiopian or Egyptian? You said no. So why are you comparing yourself to Moses? That was the question. How do we get back on this? You said race.
I just answered your question.
No.
Wait, next question. Rob has an Israelite. Wait. Amakai, does Rob have an Israelite wife?
I'm asking you a question.
Yes or no? I'm answering your question. Does Rob have an Israelite wife? See, look. You see how they like to duck and play games? Does Rob have an Israelite wife?
Hold on.
Yes or no? You just yes or no. That's all you're going to say. Yes or no.
Rob not comparing himself to Moses either, though. Hold up, listen.
Does Rob have an Israelite wife? Look, they're playing games.
Listen.
They're playing games.
Hold on.
Does Rob have an Israelite wife?
Let me answer your question, Judah. Rob is not comparing himself to... All right, son. Look, Rob is not comparing himself to Moses, all right? You up here comparing yourself to Moses.
Was Moses a human being?
That's why I asked you. No, you comparing yourself to Moses in his situation, his marital situation. You did?
Amakai, when Moses' sister spoke against Moses' wife, what happened to her?
Bruh, what they got to do with you? Exactly, that's a good point.
Wait. I'll tell you what this has to do with me. Because I'm under the name of Yahweh.
What does that have to do with you?
He's not trying to... Wait. Because let me explain. Because I'm an Israelite, and I'm teaching the Torah, and I'm under the name of Yahweh with a foreign wife. He's supposed to be an Israelite with an Israelite wife, and he does not serve Yahweh, nor does he teach the Torah. Now, you tell me who's more acceptable
Judah, let me let you know, because I think you're the last to know this. I think you're the last person to know this, bro. You are not Moses, and your wife is not an Ethiopian or an Egyptian.
Listen, But I teach the Torah like Moses. You guys do not believe in the Torah. That's the difference. How can you call yourself an Israelite when you don't even believe in the God of Israel? Can you answer us that? Does Rob's wife...
Yeah, hold on, fellas. Unfortunately, Rob Rack line dropped. So, and then once we're in the overtime part of the show, there's no way for him to call back in unless he knows someone that's calling into the show. So I'm gonna try to contact him, via cell phone and see if he knows anyone that's calling into the show. They could do probably a three-way, but unfortunately, the brother line dropped. So Rob Rack is no longer with us at this time, but we still have Judah here, and we're gonna still ask more questions. Go to the people out there and get your questions and your comments, regardless. So I'm gonna try to contact him behind the scenes and see if we can get him on the line through someone else's phone line or something like that. But let's go to the next person. Though we gotta go to the people. Let's go to 757-748. You're live on air.
Hey, what's up, Judah Nazareth? This Shalom, this brother David Israel.
How you doing, Prince?
Hey,
Shalom, Prince.
Not much, just saying, it's it's good that us brothers is getting together debating, but I wanted to know what tribe is Rob from?
I'm not even sure he's an Israelite. I'm saying this because Israelites have the divine spark within them. They have a divine spark. Right. Exactly. Now, this dude don't have a divine spark. Right. So we don't know if he's an Israelite or not. He's talking a whole lot of, blah, 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 blah. He really is trying to bring Pan-Africanism or some form of foolishness to Israel. We don't know if he's an Israelite. We see, Brother David, have we not seen this dude spit on brothers reading the Bible? Have we seen that? Video?
I've seen it.
So we don't know if this dude...
Hey, but let me say, I wanted to break down something, man, for Babylon Timbuktu, page 35. It says, Herbert wrote in his book, it began in Babel. All indications point to the fact that Asia was the cradle of the so-called black race. So, Rob Rack, regardless of what you want to believe, Israel is a part of Asia, motherfucker.
Brother.
Yeah, man. Gotta keep it clean, bro. Gotta keep it clean. No foul language, man. Gotta cut you off, man. Gotta get cutting. They gotta get cutting there, bro. All right, man. Gotta go to the next person, man. All right, once again, we're in the overtime part of the show. We're still trying to contact Rob Rack. I'm, interacting with him actually via text right now, trying to get him on the line. But let's go to the next person. Let's go to 225-717. You're live on air. 225-717. You're live on Debate Talk for you. All right, 225. Can you hear me? 225-717. All right, man. Move on to the next person. Let's go to 513-673. You're live on air.
Shalom. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay, good. This your boy Unity Go, so I wanted to get a little bit of comment. Now, I feel as though both the brothers are really messing up with holding grudges and hating one another. Should both get slapped in the head. I'm going to throw that in there because y'all should know better. I think that's because y'all don't really do the holy convocations. See, Rob, right, he was talking about, I can't love my brother. I just going to have to do a sacrifice. In the beginning of the whole debate, he said, I'm just going to have to do a sacrifice. I just hate him. Like, you're just showing you hate your brother. That's just not a good thing. That's not a good look, what's going on. Even when it is a difference in doctrine, there shouldn't be no hate when we both know we Israelites. We can agree on that, though. But my question, I was hoping to get it out to both the brothers. But I got two of them, because I want to talk about the holy convocations, too, because a lot of y'all, you're talking about, I don't want to keep the Sabbath, and that's a problem. Because the Sabbath, that's when you are around all your people, you're showing love for your people. That all this hatred that I hear on this world, you know what I mean? So you got to really have a holy convocation with your own people. But the question was, who dismantled the New Testament before Alicia Israel at the House of Israel, Cincinnati? What man was the one that beat up on the New Testament, used the New Testament against Christian ministers before this man? Because I see when it comes to, we got like a lot of different people. They don't want to. They claim they don't want to put out the credit where it's due when it comes to this. We got Offspring now that's talking about JC and smacking them up real bad. But where did it come from? You know, that's why I talk about convocations, because, you know, we have a real holy convocation with real teachers. They have holy convocations where they have to answer questions to everybody, the real teachers. But my question is, who dismantled the New Testament before Elisha?
I'll try my best to answer that. The brother Elisha, rest in peace, was one of my favorite teachers to listen to via internet. He had a very, very beautiful spirit. I am not sure who is the first to beat up on the New Testament. I just know that in our time right now, I'm just answering, you know, I've seen Brother Elisha do work. I've seen that, you know, we've all seen that. But I'm saying for our generation, I'm talking as far as like lining up scriptures from the New Testament to the Torah and the prophets. I'm not trying to say credit, but I know that this is where Rob gets his angle of beating up on Jesus for, because I'm just telling you, hold on, I always get accused by people in Israel. They say, Jude Natzarah, you are the reason why Rob Rack went crazy, which is, I don't know how that works. Why am I responsible for the way this dude acts, you know, burning the New Testament and doing all this mess? I don't know, but with that, I don't know. I just know that Brother Elisha was like one of the greatest teachers of our time. And you know, rest in peace, and may Yahweh, you know.
That's what's up, bro. I just want to say one more thing real quick. We're gonna talk about day and night, because y'all always want to avoid day and night. Every time I ask you about day and night, you want to avoid it. And we're gonna discuss day and night one time. You my brother, but we're gonna have to get, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
All right, shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Man, that's the Unity Ghost right there, man. We're gonna bring you back in the lines real soon, brother.
That's the brother right there.
Yeah, got you. All right, we got some more. We got a lot of people standing by, man. We got a whole lot of people standing by. Let's go to the people. Again, we apologize. You know, Rob Rack phone dropped. His phone line dropped. And once you're in the overtime part of the show, there's no way to call back in. But there's anybody on the line that knows Rob Rack, though, personally, you can call him and add him and be a three-way. So we can do it that way. But, you know, other than that, he's not able to call back in. But let's go to the people out there, see what you guys got to say. Let's go to 954-709. You're live on air.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Sal? Hey, I just want to make sure I'm heard. How you doing? This Tony, I wanted to actually speak when Rob was on the phone. He had mentioned a verse, Isaiah 11:11, and Judah, he briefly went over that verse. Might I read it real quick? Because I know I'm short on time. Hold on a second.
Yes, sir. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, Egypt, from Pathros and from Cush, from Elam and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Okay, Judah, you mentioned something about Japan being an island of the sea.
Yes.
Just want to make sure, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you stay in the context of what the previous locations of what was mentioned in that verse, you'll see that they're all locations of melanated people. Also, so if that gives you an idea of where the islands of the sea could possibly be, if you keep in the context of what it's saying. Also, if you also believe that God is all-knowing and all inclusive and understanding, you should also be aware that God will not bring people who is not environmentally equipped to the locations of what God is saying he will fulfill the promise of where they're going to be at. So obviously, if you mention also, even places like Israel actually sits on the same tectonic plate as Africa. So Israel and Egypt literally is northeast Africa if you look at it on those lines. So Zephaniah 3:8. This verse right here, I'm just going to go to, I think this is verse 10. Well, actually, verse 8, it says, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm short on time, but I'm trying to be quick. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day I will rise up to the prey from the determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdom to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with my fire of jealousy. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to be quick. Verse 10, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, which is Cush, from beyond the rivers of Cush, my suppliants, even the daughters of my dispersed, shall bring my offering. So if you look at the old maps, not the modern one, the old maps of Cush, it actually runs up through Egypt. And if you look at that verse again, it says, from beyond the rivers of Cush, if you point from beyond the rivers of Cush, it is going down into areas of southern, west, and of southern and west Africa. And those areas are like Nigeria, Mali, Liberia, and the Congo. So it's kind of painting a clear picture of these type of people, that they are, without question, that they are melanated people. So if to get one little thing and to paint a whole picture, you have to get an idea, and then you can get a clear picture of what the verses are saying. So, and we all know the deeper we dig in history, the blacker it gets. So, in conclusion, what that guy was saying about Asia, those people have either been conquered, or they have been basically raced out to where other people have mixed so much that it be a totally different race, kind of like the Mexicans. They are a conglomeration of, I believe, Aztec and Spaniard. But anyway, that's not here nor there. But that's pretty much it. And Judah, I have a question for you. One more question.
Yeah, hello? You can ask your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see some of your stuff, man. I'm gonna have nothing against you. So, I just actually, I don't want to know. Do you speak Japanese?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So if I ask you a question, you know what I'm saying, right?
I mean, I'm not like the Japanese scholar, but I can like speak conversational.
Okay, well, anto wa watashi o gonji desu ka?
Say it one more time.
Watashi wa.
You said who you are. You said who you are, and you asked me a question. I'm sorry. Go in Japanese. Go on. Anata wa watashi o gonji desu ka? Okay. Konnichiwa, gonji. Gonji. Do you mean gaijin?
Gozonji desu ka?
Gozonji?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that word.
Oh, okay. Well, tomorrow when you listen to the debate, you'll put it together. All right, man. All praise to the Most High God. You did a good job, though. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
All right, man. We appreciate your call, man. Appreciate your call. Let me just check and see. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Amakai, if you're out there, apparently you have Rob Brack's number, and he wants you to call him and see if we can bring him in via three-way if you're out there. But let me take another call, though. Let's go to the people out there, see what you guys got to say. Let's go to 973. Oh, wait, can I... Yeah, go ahead. You want to address something? Go ahead.
Yeah. These guys do not seem to understand that Israel is the man. He's supposedly on the cross. Isaiah tells you that Israel is in the furnace of affliction, and he spread to the four corners, which means he's on this like quote unquote this like cross. So these guys are saying melanated. I mean, like there are Japanese who are darker than Negroes. Just anyone who's been to Japan would know that. Like this is just there are Japanese with the curly fro, all that. So this like melanated. The Most High is not dealing with the physical aspect of it. He's dealing with the spirit. This is what set Israel apart. The other nations were a physical people, while the Most High set Israel apart to be a spiritual people. So you can be black as the midnight tar. That doesn't mean that you're an Israelite or that you have the divine spark. But so that's pretty much. Oh, I'm sorry. Isaiah 45 verse 14. Yes, he's saying all this like Egypt or whatever. At the same time, he's forgetting that it says that certain people from Egypt and Cush and the Sabians are going to come to us in chains and bow down to us and plead with us and say that surely Yahweh is with us and there is no other God. That's Isaiah 45 verse 14. So this melanated thing, this is some house of consciousness mess. The Most High is not dealing with that. You don't think like we think, but yeah.
All right, so we got to go to the people out there to see who else is out here. We have a whole lot of people standing by. Let's go to 973-432. You're live on air. (973-432). All right, let's go to the next person. Let's go to 585-209. You're live on air. 585-209. Hey, Shalom. What's going on?
Shalom, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. I've been waiting for this debate for, I would say, probably the last 6 months. This is Nashaya Ariyah. I'm with the Ministry of Yeshara Allah. I've been waiting to just talk to you brothers. I wanted to ask Judah Natzarah, since he's the only one that's still on the call, if he could play back for me or rewind and say, what exactly is your lineage, both mother and father's side? And once we move past that, then I want to get into the whole discussion with race in the Bible, because the man said that race is not in the Bible, the word, right? And he said it not according to Hebrew or English, because he's kind of trying to play that like penny pinching type of doctrine thing where if it's not exactly how I say, then you don't win. This isn't a game. We're talking about the Most High God here. We're not talking about just BSing and having fun and getting in people's faces and stuff. And the other thing I want to say, too, is Judah Natzarah, I seen that you put that video out about me that you said you was going to wash me away, and I want to let you know the Most High's got something coming your way, and it's a tsunami again. So, getting to the thing with the race, it says Ezra 9:2. KJV, it says holy seed right there, but when you deal with the NIV, it says holy race. And the word there in Hebrew is actually a word for H2233, which is Zara'ayah. And when you're dealing with Zarah, you're talking about enmity, seed being cast off, things like that. And so when you're talking about Ayah, that's like the A-N, which is I or me. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that is a Zara'ayah is going to be cast off from the people of the Most High, because when you read the rest of that chapter, it's telling you clearly, and I'll read it in English so we can all get into it. 9 verse 1 through 2. It says, now when these things were done, the princes came to me. Now who is me? It's Ezra. That's the high priest. And he says, saying, the people of Israel and the priest, which is the Kahana, and the Levites, the Lawayah, right? And actually you'd add a Yama to the back of that because you're saying Israelites or Levites, so it's plural. So we keep going. It says, have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to the abominations. Now the word there for lands is not, there's no plural lands. It's just Aratzah, which is I think it's the A-N, but it might be the Alapa, and it's Ra, and then the Sa character, the TSA, the Sadi, okay? So that's talking about seed again. And he says that we didn't separate from them, and that's referring to the land, all of the people, all other nations. Now the precept for that is 83, 1 through 8 in Psalms, which is talking about how that the nations came over us. So reading on, it says, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, and the Egyptians, and the Amorites. Verse 2 says, for they are taken of their daughters for themselves, and for their sons, so that the holy seed, that word right there, the holy seed, that's that Zarah, Ayah, right? Okay? Watch what it says next. Have mingled themselves with the people of those lands, of all the earth, all the people that he just said. That's what we do as Israel. And so I noticed also earlier, and I thank the Most High God that the brother came on and spoke the words of truth that he did, even though he has a mixed marriage relationship, at least he was honest to the fact that Judah is lying about this doctrine when it comes to the Mamzer thing. And he's not the only person in Israel that's doing this. It's actually all of the major heads in Israel that don't want this to come forth, because then what happens is they get outed as Mamzers. They have to sit down. Just like Jephthah was not allowed to rule over the people, he could only help them win wars. That's the same thing. And you asked about being a Mamzer. We can get into that on YouTube, because I know I don't have much time on this call since, you know, the brother Sal's got to get moving on to the next person. So I just wanted to show you that. And in the NIV, it says holy race. And in the KJV, it says holy seed. And that word there is H2233. So you say race ain't in the Bible, but it's right there in that chapter. The next chapter, Nehemiah 13, Deuteronomy 23, 1 through 8. Let's see, what else? Deuteronomy 7, verse 2 through 4. When you precept these things correctly to the laws, like put a law upon a law, that's what the word precept stands for, is law. you only get the right definition of what Mashahah or Moses had to tell the people, which was straight from God. And so the thing I wanted you to definitely bear witness to is what exactly is your lineage in honesty, and how in also I have one more precept to go to, and I'll get off this phone real quick because we'll deal with this later. I mean all of it, not just the parts. When you go to Tobit 4, verse 12 through 13, I want you to explain to me how in the heck is it possible for an Israelite to marry anybody but their own tribe, let alone take another woman from another nation? Now let me flip to it really quick, and I'm going to read it right out of the English in the Apocrypha. But I know you don't believe in the Apocrypha, but this would be wise because it teaches against the things you do. So let me go ahead and hit you with this. All right? Tobit 4, verse 12. It says, "Beware of all whoredoms, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers." Funny part about the word whoredom right there, that's also the same word used in Numbers 25th chapter and 1, concerning that whoredom that was done with the children of Israel and the daughters of Ba, which tells you basically that you can't take a woman of another nation to be with them because it was concerning the men doing whoredom with women, not women taking heathen men. So that would also debunk the fact that it's not by your father's tribe. Now reading on, he says, "But chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife." There's the Zarahah, enmity, and to wife, Ashahah, right? "Which is not of thy father's tribe, for there." I mean, it just says it right there. I'm going to back it up. It says, "which is not of thy father's tribe." So that's why you're talking about fathers when you're dealing with Numbers 1 and 1 through 18. You're talking about fathers concerning the military. And then when Israel mixes with one another, the only way that you rectify it is based off of whose daddy is, where's your daddy from? Where's his tribe? If your mama's like an Ephraimite and your daddy's a Judite, then you're known really as a Judite. That's the whole situation with Jesus Christ when you get to the New Testament and him having a mother from Levi and a father from Judah. There's a mystery hidden there that you don't know because you don't believe in the Most High Son. So reading forward, just getting on to the 13th verse, he says, "For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my sons, that our fathers from the beginning, even they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their generation in children. And their seed shall inherit the land." See, it's only righteous seed. Now getting on, he says, "Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren. The sons of he says, the sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine." Now my last statement is concerning the brother who came and bared witness earlier. He made that prideful statement that it ain't time, and the Most High never said that. And he also made that by saying basically, I'm just going to stick in the marriage that I am because I can't remove myself. But that.
Yeah, I apologize, my brother. I apologize. Got kind of run out of time. I'll let you get a good amount of time to address your questions. But we got to let Judah reply. And by the way, Rob Black is back. He's back on the line. So we're going to have him, address some things, and we're going to actually have a final statement. So let's go to Judah, though. Go ahead, Judah.
All right. This guy's long-winded, and the word Zarah does not mean race. It means seed or like offspring. It does not mean race. The concept of race was created by Europeans. Okay? When they said race, they meant everybody of this dark hue, just like they mean Asian race, just like they mean white race. Okay? They don't mean nationality. This is a European concept that these guys are trying to put into the Torah. The word Zarah means strength, and it means help, and it means offspring or like family, right? Like when you plant a seed in the ground. Okay? This is what it means. This dude also said that it's not by the father. The father produces the seed, so this dude don't know what he's talking about. This is another Jewish Negro we're talking about here, okay? And then the rest of the mess, I don't even know what he said because he's so long-winded. The point of the matter is, race is not in the Torah. You're not going to find it. You're only going to find a translation of it in the Apocrypha. That's not in Ezra 9. The word there is Zarah, which means strength and seed and offspring, or like family. That's what it means. It doesn't mean a race. When they say race, they mean like the black race. They mean everybody who looks like Negro on down to people who look like they're from the Congo. Okay, that's what they mean, the race. So when they say Asian race, they mean everyone who looks like a Filipino to a Chinese to a Burmese to I guess they mean even an East Indian. Okay, they even try to throw in Native Americans. So the white man has classified the word race. So this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. He came in with a long-winded speech. I don't know. Listen, if this dude wants to get in here and prove Jesus Christ is in the Torah, then we can have that. Otherwise than that, this dude's going to be another long-winded, spiel-giving sermon tap dancer, okay? The word race is not in the Torah. Do you know it? Quit trying to lie. The word zarad is not meaning race. These dudes are trying to find any way to duck and dodge and tap dance and buck dance. No. Okay? You don't know if my wife is an Israelite or not. You don't know. No one said to you, hey, buffoon, Judah's wife is not an Israelite. You don't know. You just know that she lives in this country. It says Israel went to all countries, so you don't know whether she's an Israelite or not. It says in Psalm 37, verse 23, the Most High directs people's steps. Now, if it was intended for me to go to prison, the Most High would have made it so that, I would to go to prison. But no, I'm in this country. My wife knows the Torah. I know the Torah. We teach the Torah. People are learning the Torah. They're not learning it from the long-winded buffoon. They're not learning it from Rob. So the question is, are you an Israelite? My father is a so-called Negro. My mom is a so-called Negro mixed with Indian. Okay? Like pointy nose, lighter skin. Okay, this is where I get mine from. So these dudes who are trying to question where your patriotic. Listen, are you an Israelite? Are you keeping the Torah? Because if you're not keeping the Torah, you might not be an Israelite. You better check your history. So with that, I'm done.
All right, guys. We only have about maybe 15 minutes or less on the air, people. The show's gonna cut off. So all I have time for right now is to get some quick comments from the people out there. I like hearing from the people. Take some quick comments, and after that, I'm going to let some brothers get some final statements. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, after showing the final statement times, maybe 5 minutes each, and, wrap it up pretty much. But let's get some quick comments from the people out there. Comment time. Let's go to 225-717. You're live on air. Quick comments. 225-717. Quick comments. Can you hear me? 225. Can you hear me? All right, we got to go to the next person. Let's see who's here. Let's go to 206-659. Quick comments. Some quick comments.
Can I be heard?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I just wanted to say great debate. Rob brought out some great points, and Judah Natzarah, he attempted to say that Ruth was from Moab, but nowhere in the scripture does it say that Ruth was a daughter of Moab. Also, if he's going to say Ruth was a Moabite, straight up from Moab, then he needs to explain how he says that in Deuteronomy 26:5, it just means that an Israelite lived in Syria. Because Moses was buried, it says, in Moab, and we know the Israelites did not go into Moab. They occupied the plains of Moab. Deuteronomy 34. Great show, Sal. Peace.
I appreciate you, man. Quick comments, 919-824. Quick comments, Scott.
Yo, shalom. This is Yochanan Ben Yisrael. Shalom to all you brothers on the panel. I won't ask a question. I'll definitely keep it short. Rob Ratt tap danced around Deuteronomy 21:11. The question wasn't if we went to war. The brother who called and asked a question earlier actually had the same comment that I had, which was that we had the law in place. So if the law was in place, that means that it was acceptable to Yah. Doesn't really matter what man says. Also, over in 1 Kings 11, when it's talking about Solomon taking the wives, notice that it separated the wives. It said the wives that he wasn't supposed to take, and then it went on to name like the Edomites and so forth and so on. That was, and he took those. So the sin was taking the ones that he wasn't supposed to take of those 7 nations we were commanded not to be with, to intermarry with. That was what the sin was. Deuteronomy 7 named those nations. And when he goes in Ezra 9, to be completely honest, from what I heard, Judah, he slaughtered him. I know he said something earlier about pretty much the quote unquote Jesus freaks. He didn't say that. I'm saying the Jesus freak or whatever would side with him. I don't side with him because I think that brother Judah is actually he's a messianic. I don't side with him on that. But as far as the topics on this debate, he slaughtered that brother. So good job, Judah, on doing that and sticking with the Torah and with the prophets and with the writings and destroying what he was bringing forth. And that's nothing personal against Judah or against Rob because the last debate he was in, he killed the guy that he was with. But definitely on this topic, I have to go with Judah on this. So shalom to all.
All right, shalom. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. I wish I could get to every single person, but we got to go to the final statements, guys. Got to go to the final statements. For the sake of fairness, being that Rob, got cut off, I'm going to have him start off this final statement time. We're going to start the final statements. Again, we have to cut it to like 5 minutes each. So let's go to Rob Rack with his final statements. Let me see where he's at on the switchboard. Okay. Rob, you can go ahead.
Peace, brothers and sisters. I apologize. I had to take care of some business in the call drop. Okay, so I didn't hear too much, but I did hear. I want to thank you, brothers and sisters, who called in and support. Now, for you brothers who call in and say that Judah won, I knew that you guys are going to try to use every scripture that you can to justify. Now, this is Deuteronomy 21:10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies. So, when the children of Israel go to war against thy enemies, and the Most High thy power have delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captives, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman. Okay, so my thing, what I've tried to say is, it says, when we go forth to war against our enemies and the Most High delivered them, that means we win. Why are we in America? Why are we in these other lands? Because we lost. Okay, so therefore, this has no relevance. We are under subjugation to the white man. We ain't even went for against them. Now, one of the earliest statements I heard is a brother say, "Why you don't go kill white people?" Well, Ezekiel 20, chapter 33, Ezekiel 20, chapter 20, verse 33 to 44. Don't say we go kill these people. We get taken out. We get the Most High going to purge the rebels. We're going to follow law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, then all the nations are going to come against us. Then you can apply Deuteronomy 21. That's future generations. That's not for you right now. Okay, then you said, now listen to this. This is 1 Kings 11, chapter 1. I'm going to read it slow. Watch this. But King Solomon loved many strange women. Okay, many strange women. And then it says, together. So you take the many strange women and then add them together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonian, and Hittites. Okay? He loved many strange women. So, yes, he probably had some woman from India. Yes, he probably had some woman from the Philippines. Yes, he probably had a woman from Australia. Yes, he probably had a woman that dwelled in Europe somewhere. That's the many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh. The Egyptians, the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. These are the nations that we knew. But if you go to Deuteronomy 7, basically, brothers and sisters, young brothers and sisters out there, don't play with your bloodline. The Most High is all about bloodline. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Don't look to another man to say, well, he's not following the commandments, so why do I have to? Don't do that. That's the dumbest thing in the world you can do. Okay, read for yourself. Okay, so what else? The guy, as we do understand. Oh, you said, Judah. You said that I asked you, was your wife Israelite? You said, well, no, because she's not from the nation or something, or she's not from the royal bloodline or rich people. And then you go on to say, but her mother is. You said that. So her mother comes from the rich line. She doesn't. That's because she married a bum husband. You feel me? And then the family probably disowned her. Yappity yap. Okay. I know it hurts feelings. Okay. But you're like first generation. Okay. That's why you're not in the congregation. That's why it hurts. Okay. But for you brothers and sisters out there, I don't know the name of the Most High. All right. So I don't know the name of the Most High. I'm going to continue to use the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. until I do this study for myself, which might take years. But until that time, I'm going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you do too, brothers and sisters. All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if I get cut off. So, Judah, there's parts of this video, parts of the show I missed. I'm going to go over it, and I'm going to make a video series about it. You can do the same thing. You also left the scriptures first to go to a white man, talk about race. We all know that's nations, the goyim, okay? But certain things hurt, and it's okay. And, brothers and sisters, the Most High is all about repentance. Just, stop doing what you're doing and follow. If you're eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, just stop it or try to stop it as fast as you can before, you get sick or something, okay? So that was pretty much it. Thanks to you, brothers and sisters, who showed me support. Thanks once again. This really wasn't about a win or a loss. I just wanted to get certain things out, which I think I did, and we saw how he did the Millie Rock all around the nation, intermarrying with the other nations, and you see how he.
All right, so we gotta go to our brother Judah right away. Judah, you can have final statements, guys.
Right, cut his mic off. Nobody wants to hear that trash. Listen, don't listen to a dude who don't follow Yahweh. It tells you the very first commandment is, I am Yahweh your God. If you don't follow that, then you can't keep the rest of them. So if you don't keep the Sabbath and you don't acknowledge Yahweh, the God of Israel, the God of Moses, then you might as well go do something else. Like go paint a house or something. These guys are trying to bring up my wife, but they don't know if my wife is an Israelite or not. Like you heard the dude say that Israel has mamzers, that Moses' kids were mamzers, that the 10 tribes, they were mamzers. Everyone's a mamzer. I asked him simple questions. Prove it with Scripture. That was the agreement. Prove it with Scripture. You guys heard it multiple times. It will be reviewed by those listening that this guy said, I can't prove that. That's not in the Scripture. I can't prove that. So he has little supporters come on and try to say, race isn't. No, listen. You can't bring in the white man's philosophy and put it in the Torah. It's not in there. Second off, let me address this. The topic of that Deuteronomy 21 isn't the war. The topic or the subject matter is the foreign woman. If your eyes desire this foreign woman, you may take her as your wife. That's the subject, not the war. These buffoons just trying to find any excuse. First off, second off, we're going to have foreigners who are going to join with Israel in Israel and serve the Most High. It says you shall not oppress the foreigner who dwells with you or dwells amongst you. Now, these guys can say what they like. Judah Natzarah has a lot of haters out there. These dudes know they can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe the Most High is not dealing with them, so they feel some kind of way. But they want to pick and jab at everything. Like, his wife is foreign. You don't know if my wife is an Israelite or not. So again, don't listen to dudes who don't serve Yahweh. If they're not proclaiming the name, his name is not Lord. His name is not God. Those are pagan names for one. Baal Gad. Look it up. It's a form of Baal. Okay. Ali Yawan is the name of the Most High. That's how you say it in Hebrew. These dudes don't speak Hebrew. They don't study the Torah. They don't keep the Sabbath. They don't invoke the name of Yahweh.